welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live playing D&D.
Woo!
Yay!
D&D!
It's me. I'm that person that I'm going to play a bunch of people. Hooray! And I am joined by Jason playing Alabroth, and Mia playing Ronnie, and Cass playing Octavia, Christian playing Azra.
Sorry, it's too loud, sorry.
So loud. And Cora playing Brana.
Yay.
Hey everybody. Hope you're having a good Saturday afternoon. I will be your dungeon master for this journey.
I rolled a 1.
Keep your hands, feet, and tails inside the aircraft.
Well, thank you.
We're going to talk a little bit about our newest product.
And yes, it's one. Now, I have heard. Now, there's been a lot of controversy over the past few months about people using AI to write and create artwork for multi-million-dollar shows. And we here at JTX Industries have decided to cash in as well. With Christian being missing last week, I decided to get this in the lab with already AI players.
Oh.
Yes, you just call us up. We provide an artificially intelligent player, guaranteed almost 90% not to murder you.
Ooh.
Did you say almost 90%?
We're working on.
Okay.
I mean, it's in the other.
So not 90% yet.
Almost
90%.
A couple of developers may have suffered some minor injuries that resulted in a fatal case of death. But
I mean, developers are expendable.
exactly. So yes, it's something we're working on in the lab. AI players to join your D&D table. You just bring our handy dandy machine in. It guarantees not to appropriate any other machinery in the house. I think.
I have a question. Do they have to be artificially intelligent? Because
Can they be
artificially is one thing, but the intelligent...
Well, the team that we've partnered with, they made a convincing argument how they should have this up. I believe the guy's name was Megatron or something. Anyway, so...
I would like to point out that a lot of players are not intelligent, so this feels like it's not exactly accurate to the D&D experience.
Okay, now I'm getting scared this thing might replace me.
I have a note. Fatal case of death sounds like a Goosebumps book.
Anyway, yes, artificially intelligent players, something coming soon from JTX Industries, be able to put a spare tire on a car that might not kill you, or may. I don't.
It might not. Wait, which way does the 90% go?
Anyway, let's talk about the recast.
Hi, everybody.
It needs a tagline, though. It needs to be D&D, so you can pretend you have nerdy friends. Or any friends.
D&D AI for if you need someone dumber at the table.
It'd be a shame for all the AI players eventually kicking you out.
And now the recast.
We're on a boat. We're still on a boat. That was my last one. Octavia did a race against Howler, who is the 30-year-old human that looks like a 50s-year-old human, because that's what sun does to your skin. Wear sunscreen, kids! Then we were called into the captain's quarters, where we had a lovely meal. And she seemed a little off. She'd been talking with Jonathan all day, but as it was pointed out to me, it was not in a sexy way. I know, I was super disappointed. They were talking about safety and whether or not we should take off early, and the captain said that we are going to be taking off early because her baddie radar is off. Still don't know what that... No, I don't know what that is. We are taking off early before we get to Umberlee's Light. Umberlee is, of course, everybody knows, the bitch queen. And we're going to be taking off before then because... Oh, there are aboleths at Umberlee's Light. And we all had a very peaceful night's rest until the middle of the night when I think it was Kyron woke us up and said the captain and Jonathan are gone and we're already in the air. Other friendly note, the voice in Cora's head. The voice in Cora's head. The voice in Brana's head may just be Kelimvor, who is somehow connected to the Sanitatum, the tragedy, I think about 200 years ago, when all of the adults of the world disappeared.
350-ish.
Gotcha. That's where we're at.
Yeah, so Kyron had busted in with more emphasis than you've seen him speak so far. Had just said the captain and Jonathan are gone and we're already in the air. Before any of you even react, Nimbo has like vaulted out of his hammock and kind of dashed from the room. What do you guys do?
Follow.
Yeah.
You following Nimbo?
Get up on
Yeah.
deck. I forgot everybody's minis, so
Danke.
there you go. And you're the White Ranger again.
He does not take the turn
What is
towards
that?
the deck. Still following him.
Where's he going?
Huh.
Towards the engine,
Cocaine.
maybe? Or not the engine, but the big fan room.
It's drywall.
The big fan room.
I think that's what we called it.
No, he does not go towards the hold.
There you go.
It's I don't know what we called it last time.
Yeah.
It's a cargo hold. Actually, no,
Turns out
it's
it's
not.
not.
There's a different word. Anyway, he does not head that way. He heads to the captain's quarters.
Oh, sure.
Someone has to steer the ship. I'll run up to the deck now.
We still have
It's
someone
actually
staring.
the poop deck.
It's like a bunch of sailors probably know how to. It's not
Yes, but I should probably get up there to help right away.
Now, Alabroth, come on. And I'll start following Nimbo.
Yeah.
Do you follow them? Do you run up to the quarter deck?
You know what? I'm gonna let you have this one, but the quarterdeck is part of the poop deck. But I love that you ever actually.
I
have this.
did some homework.
I like
Me?
this.
Hey, maybe just.
It's where the
Yes,
quartermaster
ma'am.
sits. No, it's awesome that she actually did that. I'm sorry,
He
I'm
had
kind of
a
proud.
wow face.
It's like she's doing good. I love it. I do run up on deck because the ship is taking flight, and just because I have been working as a deckhand.
The wheel is tied off. It's not being manned.
Oh,
We're in the air.
just
I don't think we're gonna Titanic in the air.
Look, there's been a
Likely.
lot of those jokes this week, and really, don't sink to that level, okay? Don't give in to the pressure, all right?
Yikes.
Just please stop.
My bad, you're right.
I'm really
Just
hoping that all this
take your
implodes.
This is a really low moment for me.
Okay, that one's a bit too
Bolts
far.
it shut. We don't need those jokes. Anyway,
They're awful.
I know, but then they said, and I heard another one in my head, so. Yeah, so Alabroth heads up on deck. The rest of you follow Nimbo. He bursts into, without knocking, rude, into the captain's quarters and starts, like, looking around. I don't think he really knows what he's looking for.
Do we?
Azra will ask, "What are we looking for, Nimbo?"
He does not appear to hear you.
Ronnie will look around because she's probably not hiding under the bed. Do we see the captain at all?
No,
Not in the tank?
not in the tank.
Okay.
Captain's
Ronnie
quarters.
is going to run to the deck.
I'm going to take, like, her desk is in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to search her desk for anything.
Make an investigation check for me.
Does this captain's quarters have like rear doors to like the back of the ship? Is there any other exits?
No, so actually, hang on. I have the diagram. The captain's quarters.
Ooh. Gonna make her some room over here.
No, like I don't have one you can all have.
The DM came in with a suitcase today, and I was like, whoa.
The captain's quarters are traditionally under the forecastle. Or. No, yeah, under the forecastle. So
So happy.
it's a similar way as you would use to run up on deck, but like they might have a porthole to see in front of you. Maybe. Yeah, they probably would.
Whose quarters is it that are usually at the ass end of the ship?
That depends on it. Really could be.
It
Anything.
depends. And this is the closest thing that it comes to. What did I say it was?
You said a word that I've never heard in my life.
The forecastle?
No, the type of boat.
Either it's like an officer's dining hall, or it's the captain's quarters, or it's the captain's office and the officer's dining. This one doesn't have an officer's dining because they all dine in the mess because it's a smaller ship. It's Caravel. And so in that place is the captain's quarters, the first mate's quarters, and the captain's office, which is usually in there. And in the back, where the captain's quarters might be, is where they hold all the mystical magic stuff that Azra spent the day with yesterday.
Ooh.
So, had to be rearranged.
Rolled a 19.
19.
Ooh.
Nimbo has kind of like ascertained that his mom is not there. Eventually, he's a little dumb. You find a note sealed with a wax seal with his name on it. Because you looked, and I'm so happy you looked.
Alright, I'm gonna track him down. Nimbo! There's a letter for you.
Holy crap.
He is kind of in the fetal position, and he just goes, he's kind of sobbing, and he's like, "Can you read it?"
Oh. Sure. I open it, and I like sit next to him.
It says, "My son, I've never understood the birds that push their young out of the nest to see if they will fly or fail, or fall, nor the parents that cry, sink or swim, and place their kids in the deep part of a lake. Your other mother is not really capable of forming a close connection with offspring, and I have tried, perhaps too hard, to make up for what I see as her shortcomings. I know you and I have spoken about you taking up the role of captain under Jonathan or my watchful eye, always protecting and watching to make sure nothing bad could possibly happen to you. In the meantime, I sent you to the academy where you would be safe. Only you weren't. You were captured by the most frightening creature I can imagine, and you stayed strong for weeks, until one day this group of friends you have made, the strong guys, I guess, helped you and your classmates to escape. You survived something I cannot comprehend, and I realize how stupid I've been. So careful not to allow you in the deep end of a pool, so certain I was right to never push you out of the nest. Only now do I realize, even if you were unable to breathe underwater, you could still fly. You have everything you need to captain this vehicle and the crew, and you have surrounded yourself with able allies who will hopefully become close, trusted friends. I love you."
No clues here.
Nimbo's stopped sobbing, but his eyes are just like big. And he just kind of roll a perception check, because they don't have to say it out loud.
$19.
I don't know what all the components are, but you think you recognize a sending spell going off from him. And then he just sits there for a few minutes.
In that time, I would like to cast Detect Thoughts, and I want to start sort of running around the ship, seeing if I can hear the thoughts of the captain.
Okay. Are you
Captain?
only looking for those thoughts? Are you kind of grazing over others? What do you... I think if you use Detect Thoughts that way, then you have to just be looking for somebody, right? Like...
So you don't technically... Oh, wait. I need to be able to see them within 30 feet.
Yeah, but there's another way to use Detect Thoughts.
You can also use it to detect the presence of thinking creatures that you can't see. It can penetrate barriers. You can't detect dummies. And once I detect a creature, I can read its thoughts for the rest of the duration, even if I can't see it, but it must remain within range. So I'm going to try scanning for thoughts, for like thought bubbles of people that I can't see. And then if there's one that I can't identify who it is, then I will hone in on that.
Can't detect
No, you can.
It's the first spell I'm immune to.
You could ask one of your party members to do something that will be a little bit more thorough.
One of our party members could offer to help.
Wow.
I'm up on deck. I'm getting ready to pilot the ship.
Okay, well, you see Azra,
I'm
like...
getting ready to captain at the helm, all right?
Just doing stuff, yeah.
Huh?
We're good.
Okay.
We were
I
talking
mean,
about you,
Ronnie
I think.
did just follow you out there.
Yeah, but you weren't in the cabin. You don't know what happened. I'm about ready to get on the
No,
wheel.
he followed you on deck.
Oh, you came up after?
Yeah,
Oh.
I went to the captain's quarters, saw that she was not there,
Okay, well, I still don't
and
know.
then ran
No.
up to deck.
I'm actually going to do the same thing, except I'm going to learn this. I'm going to use the skills I just learned, and I'm going to use what is it? It's like 30. I think it's my entire movement, 45 feet directly up the mast, so that I can go talk to whoever's up there and see if they saw anything. And if there's nobody up there, just look.
There is nobody up there.
And I'm just going to look around the ship and see if I see anything.
I'm going to look at charts.
I would tell you to roll a check, except I've already looked up what you can see on the ocean when there's nothing on the ocean. Mm-hmm. You don't see anything.
Or in the air, right?
How high up are we now?
There's
What's
no,
our elevation?
Like anything, like at eye level either?
No.
There's no clouds or anything?
Yeah, are we still below cloud level, or did we go higher than that?
You're not above cloud level yet.
Are we still ascending? Is that something that we're going
are
towards?
definitely
Okay,
ascending.
then that's what Alabroth's doing right now, trying to figure out what our heading, what our course is, what's our elevation, because no one's doing it.
Ronnie is gonna bark at
None
you.
of the sailors are?
Apparently, the wheel is lashed down.
I
If
figured
we're
that-
elevating and it's lashed down, then it's going to keep elevating.
Fair enough. What are the sailors doing then?
There's not a lot on deck. There's not a lot in the ship.
Right.
There's nobody in the crow's nest. There usually isn't this time of night. Actually, I take that back. Probably, what's his face? Howler went up there. He was sleeping, and he heard when you guys went downstairs. He went up there.
Oh.
But since you guys are familiar with each other, he's like, when you get up there, he goes, I can't really see in the dark that well. I'm gonna let you do. And he climbs down. He goes ahead to let you do it, and he goes and with like none of the regard that maybe he should have, like leans way over the like railing of the deck to see if he sees anything down there. You're not that far in the air.
Ronnie will immediately yell, "Do not touch that wheel. Get Chiron. He's flown up in the air before."
I can handle this. I just need to look at the charts and see where we're heading.
No! What if you do it wrong and we fall out of the sky?
I'm looking at the direction we're headed and figuring out our course right now. And I do go over to the quarterdeck.
Okay.
Which is where a chart should be there. There should be a map there.
Yeah, roll an intelligence check.
Ronnie's about to.
An intelligence check? That's what I heard.
I mean, he's a player.
18.
18. You look at it and you're like, you can start to see kind of how they took nautical maps and have adjusted them to mean air things. But I don't think without somebody explaining it to you, you can intuit how this relates.
Okay, I can't use actual for real knowledge here.
Exactly.
So, okay,
Yeah.
damn.
It looks like the ship is even.
Then I do this.
With the map?
Yeah, hopefully not the wheel.
And I put it down. I have no idea what this says.
Get Chiron.
I'm going.
Kyron shows up about that time on the deck and he's like, says we're in the air.
Wonderful. Is anyone going to man the wheel? Because we are ascending and it's going to continue that way.
Are we going straight up
Shouldn't
there?
someone...
You're not going
No,
straight up. You're going mostly straight up. It's forward at an angle a little bit. What you learned from your day yesterday about how it works is basically it's a complicated like glyph system of very strong fire spells up into heat shielded sails that lifts it into the air. There are, in fact, fans on the bottom of the ship, but those are more about direction using wind spells. There are a limited amount of them, but they have more than enough. They have extra fuel to do this.
We are technically rocketing up, just
Yeah.
maybe slowly.
It's like astronauts. They have little things on the side of the ship that just and push it in one direction or the other.
Basically.
Okay.
It's a hot air balloon.
Someone should take the wheel.
Also,
though, and
yes, basically.
I volunteer, Kyron.
Is this intentional? Lashing the wheel, is this normal protocol?
It's normal to have somebody at the wheel. And when Jonathan hadn't replaced me for several hours, I went to check on him.
Did you lash the wheel?
Yes.
Yes, let's not undo his work. Is Azra picking up any thoughts of creatures she can't see?
You do here and there because, like, you didn't go into the mess and stuff. That you can.
Well, I'm going around the whole ship. I'm like, if I hear thoughts and I don't see them, I'm going to go down to that room approximately and check.
You didn't find the captain?
I am still looking, and as we're kind of like running around.
The captain's missing? Really?
It's the
What?
first thing they told. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not there.
I-
I'm not there.
like she's really missing, like not on the ship, like in like the head or something, or
That's
just.
the
We are
first thing
figuring out,
Kyron told
Alroth.
us.
Oh, I thought she was just away for a second.
You open the
She
door
doesn't
to the
fly.
mess, and Cook
Oh,
goes,
Yeah.
"It's not breakfast."
Have you seen the captain?
What?
Was Cook thinking that?
Recent, within the past, I don't know, 30 minutes, hour.
It's not breakfast for her either.
Okay. No spare, no
That's what I know of Cooks, yeah.
extra thoughts in this room.
Okay,
No,
I
it's
run
not.
down to my pack.
You make your way around it. You don't sense any. Some of them you can't exactly place like who the voice is, but they sound familiar. You're sure you've talked to them or you've heard them
Do you hear a
yelling.
very
No
subtle
sign of
screaming every once in a
intelligent
while.
I'm gonna run down to my pack and get my crystal ball. I want to scry and figure out where the captain is.
Okay, what is scrying? What
Uh,
is that?
let's
Read me
see.
scrying.
Okay, so I can see or hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, modified by how well you know the target and sort of physical connection you have to it. If the target knows you're casting the spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed. So I would like to scry to figure out where is the captain.
Let's hope she is unwise.
She's not unwise.
Damn.
Concentration up to 10 minutes, and you would have to be a wisdom saving throw of 18.
Ooh, she's not that wise actually.
So, boom. Let's watch the TV.
You focus in for a minute and you look and you look and you look and there's something that's materializing, but it's really hard to see. And then you see Captain Ray, and her hair is even more like flowy than normal, and she appears to be swimming
Ruh-roh.
way underwater. Not
Well,
very
I have good news and I have bad news, everyone. Which one would you like first?
Bad news.
The captain is very, very far away from here and underwater, so unless one of us can go beneath the depths to locate her, we're not going to have any contact with her.
And the good news?
She's fine. Seems to be in good health.
If we are... She doesn't seem bound by anything?
She did not appear to be in any type of distress.
Did she appear to
I mean, I
be
can
under
still
any
see
type
her.
of control other than her own?
It seemed as though she had let her hair down and was just swimming about as Tritons do.
Kyron, right? Kyron, how well will you be able to finish our voyage without the captain?
Ships need captains.
Yes, they do.
Is there anyone that can be promoted? Yourself, perhaps?
I could. I'm probably not the first choice.
Well, then who would be?
In the absence of a captain of this ship, I
No.
believe... Oh, come on.
No.
Somebody who's been on the ocean before for an extended period. It's very not my call.
There is no protocol for if the captain, if perhaps
Ryan
is killed. There's no chain of command for someone who
course
could become
there is.
captain. So who would be next?
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Okay, thank you for answering.
Jonathan's gone too, though.
Damn it.
So, no commanding officer, no executive officer?
You stop that.
Oh, come on!
We go back down. What are you guys doing?
I'm still
No.
with Nimbo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna go back downstairs, back to the captain's quarters, to see, because I know that they stayed behind there, and see if they found anything.
When you come in, I'm going to hand you the letter because I'm sure Nimbo is still
Sobbing on the floor.
in shock.
He's not like sobbing anymore. He's quieted some.
That's weird.
After a minute, he's like, she didn't respond.
I'm gonna go down, find Nimbo.
On your own, then, I guess. I hand you the letter.
Are you gonna stay and keep questioning?
No, well, yeah, sure.
It's up to you.
Yeah, because Azra's basically going to... She's saying, well, if we are missing the captain, but she seems to be knowing what she is doing and has chosen to leave us, then perhaps going back would not be in her wishes to even find her if we were even capable of such a thing. Are we continuing on then?
We've come this far.
I don't know, man. I'm nowhere. That chain that you're talking about,
I
I'm not
grabbed
really
him
in that.
by the
Well,
shoulder.
who's the third then?
Nah,
I
After the
don't
first
really,
Is there a second mate?
I don't really know most
First
of
buddy.
that. I assumed if they
boy.
if they killed both of them, then like somebody would like stand up with like a voice and be like, "It's me now."
Oh no.
I grab him by the shoulder as he's sitting on the floor and pull him up to his feet.
Nimbo.
Yeah,
Okay.
pull him up to his feet. You are no boy. You are a man, and your mother has trusted you to do this task. On your feet and stop your whining. We need capable hands now.
Did you come back down with me?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Wait, were you speaking in Nimbo's voice, or were you speaking
I
in
was
speaking
speaking in
Kyron?
Kyron,
Oh.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, we're jumping between.
Oh, I thought that was Nimbo speaking.
No.
Sorry.
No.
No.
No, that was
No,
Okay.
you've gone below deck. That was a conversation with Azra and Kyron.
My bad.
I will say the contents of the letter aloud so that you hear them,
And you can do the same thing.
and then if you'd like to pull Nimbo to his feet.
you can
Absolutely.
do something very similar, especially since he just said she didn't reply, so he does have that same like sad giving up energy.
Well, after yelling at him, I do tell him, your mother is fine.
Make a persuasion check.
It's going to be 13. Not my best, but... But I do tell him, your mother is fine. She is well.
How do you know that?
Because I am able to see where she is. But that is not our biggest concern right now. We need sailors. We need people who know the functions of this ship. And apparently, your mother has entrusted you with that knowledge.
What am I rolling for? Constitution.
I was gonna say I can't say it.
To hold the tears in. That's
He
more like
can
a
let his
strength.
tears out, get
That's
to
like-
work.
It's like a strength saving throw.
He can cry and work, as far as I'm concerned.
I've done it before.
I'm gonna give him advantage because Alabras open.
We're in the air on a ship, and none of us know what we're doing. Though I know. I mean, I don't know a
knows.
damn thing.
Yeah.
Alabroth doesn't know anything as much as his
Exactly.
bluster. So right now we need people that can.
Yeah.
And he be one of them.
Alabroth can't be a sailor. Octavia can't be a film producer. Like, it's just not how it works.
I'm sure you can edit a video with your action.
Which is why I'm pulling the guy who apparently can do something to his feet.
I can't wait for the film production arc of this campaign.
It would be so terrible at it.
It would be so much more boring than you think it's going to be. Anyway, he goes,
Ronnie would get on everyone's nerves. He's just filming whatever.
who of you can see in the dark?
I think.
I think you can see in the dark too. You can see
I
in
can
the dark.
absolutely see
With
in the
your
dark.
special
I'm
eyes.
not down there.
With my special
I'm
eyes.
still in the crow's
Okay,
nest.
well, then
Oh,
you
that's
probably
right.
let him know that.
We are in the room, and you don't have dark vision.
But you can tell him Octavia
And you know
has.
that I do.
And Octavia has been up there to the crow's nest, so
Yeah,
there's
He
there's our
does.
forward
Yeah,
lookout.
dark vision.
I do, and Octavia does.
Where is she?
I think she went up to the crow's nest.
Go see if you can see anything on deck. Just look for
I'm gonna run up
mountains.
there.
Don't even have to go up.
As soon as I see Ronnie, I'm going to message him,
Oh.
pull out a copper wire, and message and say, I don't see anything up here. And so you just hear her voice in your head.
Can I reply?
Yeah. You can reply to this message.
I'm gonna look over. So Ronnie looks out, he looks down.
Do I want to do something stupid?
You look down. How far is dark vision? It's 60 feet.
60
It's
feet.
usually 60.
It basically works like the same way that regular vision would, which is that you're clear out to 60 feet and then it gets darker the further out you go, but you can still see, you just can't see well.
Yeah, you can see in dim light within 60 feet as if it were bright.
You can see you're above water. It's hard to tell. You're more than 60 feet above water. You can see that there is water down there. It's hard to tell how far.
Does dark vision work with a spyglass?
Yeah.
Since Octavia's in the crow's nest, I'll run up on deck. I got a spyglass.
You go out the room and Nemo stop or Himbo,
Different-
Nimbo, whatever it is.
Different aquatic character.
He kind of grabs your arm and says, "Can you stay for a minute?"
Absolutely.
Okay. And he walks over to the tank and he dunks his whole head in the tank and flips it back up and goes, "Okay." There's no one to announce a captain on deck. And I could use a boost this first time.
Oh.
Can you do that?
When he's done running around, Ronnie will come back to Nimbo.
What can I
He
cast on
looks a
him?
little bit better.
I think you can cast big intimidating presence and
I
just stand next to him.
can! Hold on.
I was trying to think, how can I magic this up?
Hold on.
Wait,
You may be able to.
Wait, what?
I could give him guidance.
I'm going to cast Calm Emotions on him. I'm just
he's a
gonna.
wizard. He recognizes it pretty fast and he's like, he
Just to the Xanax.
fails his saving throw intentionally and is like, okay, thank you, never mind, and he walks up on deck.
You did it! You supported with the belt! Yay! The belt
They
of
grow up so
The
supporting.
belt he could not comprehend.
You should still announce the captain. I
Oh,
think.
absolutely. And I grab, is the captain's hat in there?
Yes.
Is it in there? I grab the hat and I go up on deck to follow him up.
He walks out there and he's like, and then he sees you walk out and he's like,
Before he speaks, in my loudest voice, "Attention on deck! Captain's announcement!" And I hand him the hat.
he kind of smiles at you. He plops it on. It goes a little oversized at first, and then he pushes it back and he's like,
Look at me.
And I stand next to him, just kind of.
Thank you.
I'll Tarzan swing down.
I'm just standing there.
Okay. I am appointing Alibroth, Ronnie, and also Braun as first mates in training, Octavia as night watch supervisor, and Azra as our heir to nautical engineer
Albrock makes a
for
smile.
the remainder of this voyage. I realize this is unexpected, unanticipated, but we are not unqualified. We will make the remainder of this journey safely. Yes. Just kind of like pretty much silent, still not many people on deck. Howler's like,
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I lean over to Octavia and I go, here, take. I give her the spyglass and just borrow. This is mine. Borrow. No.
I'm gonna clap Nimbo on the back and
I've already
just
given it to
quietly
her,
say,
so-
steady as she
Extremely
goes,
impulsive.
Captain.
I've already given it to
thank
her.
you, first mate.
Damn.
That was the stupid thing? Just licking
No,
spyglass. Oh,
no,
okay.
I have something stupid
There are
I want
other
to do.
stupid
Oh, okay.
I'm
Oh,
gonna turn
pending.
to Alibroth and
Incoming.
ask if I'm supposed to be addressed as first mate.
You're supposed to be addressed as the executive officer. Or XO. I'm an XO now.
Okay, whatever.
Does that go for all three of us?
We are now the executive officers of the ship.
I
Nimbo
expect to
goes,
be
called
the
Ronnie.
exterior person. I can be the EP.
More like lieutenant, but we're commander.
I wonder
Commander.
if the fact that we have
Commander.
been
And I lean over-
positions and they're
I look over,
sharing one
Commander?
makes us more special.
Commander.
Do you think?
Come on, come on, come on. Say it. Say
Yep.
it. Say it. Commander.
Commander.
Good.
Ah!
That's what I was thinking.
Did you spell your plan?
I don't.
Unfortunate. I'm gonna ask one of the sailors to help me tie 2 knots. One around the railing of the ship, and one around my waist.
One around the railing of the ship.
Mm-hmm. I want like 50 feet of rope.
Uh-huh.
Do
I
we
want to
see
see under the ship.
Okay.
Okay, you roll a sleight of hand.
Oh, yeah. I'm really
Advantaged because of
Do we see her
Proficient
proficient
proficiency?
sailors
sailor.
helping.
Oh no. No.
Better be a 1.
18.
Fuck. She does. She does it.
Howler goes, surprisingly, pretty adequate, and then he just takes it and adds a few more knots in. It's like, pretty close though. Yes.
Okay, so while we're going, Commander.
Commander.
Wait, do any of us see Octavia doing something stupid?
That's kind of up to you because I
Ronnie
don't think
is only
Octavia
doing this
is
commander
subtle.
bit reluctantly, so he's going to immediately jump on any distraction from you being goofy.
Does anyone see what Octavia's doing? Oh, she's tying herself off for safety.
I don't think that's what she's doing.
Should we be doing that as well?
I mean, we
Octavia
could.
doesn't do things for safety.
Then what is... Could someone stop her before she does something dumb? Or risky?
Octavia?
Ronnie's just
Oh,
gonna
dear.
watch.
Can't.
I mean, he trusts that Octavia has at least thought out what she's decided to
And
do.
I was just going to
and
she
they're gonna
wouldn't
watch.
jump
And either
off
of us
the
can
ship.
help her if she falls. So like.
She wouldn't jump off the ship with
Great.
a rope attached to her. That'd be
I
completely
can't.
ridiculous.
You guys notice that
You have
Nimbo
feather
goes
falling.
up to the wheel, unlashes the wheel, and then takes a look at the charts you were looking at.
He could probably read charts better than I could, so
Probably, yeah.
I offer to permission to take the con, Captain.
Would I know?
How many times have you done that?
Counting none.
Right. Come here.
Right on. Right.
And
Right on.
he takes the wheel, but he starts pointing out like various how you read the charts types of things.
Oh, cool.
They're fairly imprecise because they have a lot to do with like air density and clouds, different kinds of clouds, and at what level you tend to find them. They're not super precise.
Are there any nimbombulous clouds around?
Nimbo.
I have to bury the lead though because someone's doing something dumb
Nimbowisps.
right now though. I'll learn the charts and everything, but what is
I
it?
learned about boats.
So we're going over charts, but one of our members is doing something
Hey, those
not
clouds are a lot
safe
older than
or
you think.
smart or whatever.
I will tell you, and I know that they already were talking about how they had backup plans that can be in place. You will not be allowed to vault off of nothing.
Absolutely.
No, and
Yeah.
like I said, there's other things in place, but I thought it would be fairer to tell you now than to spring it on you.
And I'm also not gonna like Pocahontas swan dive off the
What?
side of the ship.
So
I have
I was
expected
gonna.
that
I
actually.
was expecting
Yeah.
fully that.
that would be
That would be
so painful.
Very
It would be
Octavia.
so
This ain't a
good, though.
bungee cord. This is
This is a rope.
yeah.
So
That's why I was.
what do you do?
I'm going to start climbing down the part of the ship that looks like it has kind of maybe handholds, or like if there's a ladder off the ship, because we have to get onto the ship some way. I don't know how
Your
that is.
gangplank,
A lot of
usually.
them have like little rope ladders. I want to see under the ship and see if there's anything like wrong. If there's like an enemy under there. We got attacked by
I've seen
island
in
things with
movies
tentacles, like a
That if you're in the water and you need to get back up, there's a little, like, handholds
Yeah.
as you would nail to a tree that you're climbing often.
Do you think you look for those before you
Is
start climbing down?
Is Octavia making sure we're not getting Cape Feared here?
I
Making sure De
don't know that
Niro's not
reference.
making sure Robert De Niro's not strapped underneath the car.
Basically,
okay,
yes.
there you go.
Yeah, because we're in a fairly large thing that has a lot of the thing that we can't see. And that makes Octavia and Cass a little bit nervous.
The thing that
What
Like,
Right
we're on
on.
the top of a ship. There's a whole bottom of the ship that we just can't see what's there. And that makes me nervous.
Just a Kraken chilling.
Yeah,
out.
same.
What's up?
Is Octavia nervous about the bottom of carts? Like always checking?
I mean, you can see pretty easily under carts.
Oh, I was going a different way.
It's
I was
more
going
that
you
there's,
never
like-
see the bottom of a ship, even when it's not in the air.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you find the handholds, you start climbing down, you
Also, carts are like,
get towards the end, you're like, wow, there's like fans. That's probably not normal. I don't know what's normal. It's difficult terrain affect you. It really does.
yes, but I also have like things like vertical movement, so I gotta.
Your going does start to slow down pretty dramatically as it gets slimy and wet and gross, and there are indeed all the barnacles and stuff, and then pretty quickly you get to the point where it's becoming uncomfortably hot down there.
Gotcha. At that point, I'm going to get as firm a handhold as I can get, take the spyglass, and look kind of down and around.
There's still not a whole lot to see. I don't know what spyglass's range is. Do you?
It depends on how much glass is in there.
I mean,
It could be like just a couple feet to like a couple hundred yards or whatever.
I know a lot about stacking elements and how that affects lenses, but like, I
Let's
don't-
say 70 to 200.
that's not millimeters.
No, they definitely have to be like a couple hundred yards at least.
I'm
Ronnie
looking
is gonna
this up.
look over the side and watch what Octavia's doing.
You're pretty sure Octavia's trying to end it all.
It's been a rough couple of weeks, guys.
Spyglass.
Absolutely no
blah,
faith in
blah.
Nimbo after that speech.
Did you mean Spyglass by the J-pop band?
Job.
No.
You just named me a person that keeps looking at night and it's
But
at night.
I'm playing
like
with
that.
the idea that you're just jumping ship.
Gotcha.
I'm playing in Space Cast. What are you doing?
I'm also playing it's a different space.
There we go. Spyglass.
You're on the
D&D
jungle
specific
gym,
post.
Nice.
Yeah, you are.
Swings are worth 5.
Okay, this is reasonable to me. Make a perception check.
We shouldn't be perceiving things today.
Has anybody noticed we're on a ship? I rolled a natural 1.
That must be
Oh,
what
boy.
barnacles are, but the
Yeah.
spyglass doesn't help you. It just makes them blurry.
I turn it around and then they're real small. I'm like, yay!
Across the ship! Grab the handle and you're like, I'm here. I'm still here. Yeah, it's hot. It's a little bit noisy down there because it does sound something like a hot air balloon
Yeah.
with the furnace noises. You don't see or really sense the presence of anything right now. But as you're coming back up, you see the very beginnings of the sky starting to lighten. What is Azra doing?
Does Azra feel like she has a thorough understanding of how these engines work and how she would operate them based on the meeting that she had earlier today / yesterday?
She does.
Or would she need more?
She does know that, like, the position they put that Nimbo just assigned to you is mostly for, like, if something goes wrong, that they would need you. You know that the wheel controls the wind gusts and that the up and down is controlled by like foot pedals kind of near the wheel as well. So you know it's rare but definitely not unprecedented that something cracks or happens to one of the glyphs on the there's a pole that kind of like rainbows up through 2 loopholes and attaches to the fans at the bottom. And you know there are extras in the hold that they use for that.
Gotcha. Does she feel like she has a thorough enough understanding that she could easily and quickly troubleshoot issues and, like, identify what parts are failing? Because if not, she's going to go and do some more studying of that to get more detail.
I think she feels pretty confident with the spells that she's seen.
Okay.
That she knows what they are and how they work, but you hadn't previously already seen like all the glyphs lit up, so it was just explained to you by somebody who doesn't know a whole lot about Arcana, and you were allowed to like look at it. So now as you can see them all lit up, I feel like it makes a lot of sense for her to be like just kind of putting it together with what she's seen and what
Az was
she's
gone
been
from one to
told.
look at the engines to now the chief engineer. Congratulations on your promotion.
Ronnie, do you think you guys join at the quarterdeck at the wheel at some point?
I mean, yeah, because Rana doesn't know what to do. He goes up there for now.
He kind of like
Ronnie will whenever he feels like Octavia is not about to fall off the side of the ship.
you guys take a few minutes as it starts to get lighter in the sky, and Nimbo was explaining some stuff to Alabroth, and as you come in, you feel like included and welcomed into the conversation. He doesn't explain everything to you, but gives you a quick rundown at least of how to stop it from going up so fast. And this pedal cuts off the additional heat going into it. There's always maintenance heat. Your options are basically you can go up at an angle like you've been going. You can go forward or backwards or left or right only, but it's slow. And if you hold down on the pedal that stops it from going up further, then eventually it will start going back down. but it's pretty simple.
Ronnie would also understand how air temperature affects air currents.
That's definitely true. Nimbo kind of says, he's like, thank you for your accepting your appointments so fast. I did put some thought in those moments into who did what. You seem very passionate about how the ship works and stuff. I thought you would be good. You, like me, have a very good understanding of the weather, and you have a friend that helps you in skills I don't understand, and you can fly. So I thought that would be good. And then the wizard, no offense, I put the wizard in charge of the magic because
Magic.
that's actually a lot of the time where I've hung out. And Octavia seems like she probably won't die and will be too paranoid to miss things that are happening.
Efforts.
It's fair.
Where
assessment.
is Octavia?
It's a very fair assessment.
She pokes her head back. Hello.
Yeah, Captain.
You normally would do the on the top for the scene. Never mind.
That's why I couldn't see anything down there. On the wrong end of the ship.
Octavia, as the executive officer of this ship, I must insist that you not take such a needless risk.
You don't want to see
As
anything beneath the ship?
As the other executive officer, do it again.
Thank you.
Commander, I have to pull rank on you.
Commander, I also had to build a
No,
rank
no,
on
he
you.
said me first, so technically that outranks you.
I do.
Attention, everyone in
Are all
deck.
of you exos in training, or was it only Bronna that's exo in training?
The
It was the three of us.
Okay.
order
Gotcha.
that I said who I was appointing is irrelevant.
We're just poking fun now.
I think he said that for us. We are that special.
No one is less special. You know
I
what?
don't
You're all a
understand
bunch
what your
of
job
dirtbags. Get back to your chores. Do stuff.
Sounding more like a captain already. And I go back to the charts and start making sure that we're on the right course. I'm trying to understand.
Kyron, you will stay. I know you're tired. I don't care that you're tired. I do care. I'm so sorry. Kyron, you stay up here with Alabroth. The other two exos. The rest of you join me for breakfast, and then we're gonna come back out here. No. Octavia, stay out here too.
Yes, sir.
Howler, come eat, and then you have to do the morning thing. Azra, if you have questions from someone who knows the magic stuff, you can come with me. If not, you could stay up here. Either or. You're not as big a bitch as everyone says. Nobody said that. I made it up. Let's go eat.
Azra casts Detect Thoughts again.
Burn spell slots.
You get... He goes, on a surface level, he's like, does she not know that there's a lot of people at the school that think that? I probably shouldn't have said it. They probably won't think that as much more now. Although, what did she do? Anyway, I'm so hungry.
I'm hoping I find the bosun's pipe.
I just read the mind of somebody with ADHD.
For somebody who you know to have been doing well in school, he has this thing that you haven't seen in that many people that are that smart, which is kind of a simplicity and a tendency to bounce around. Like, he is smart, but he doesn't overthink a ton of stuff. And you're like, you maybe even felt jealous of that sometimes, but I don't know.
Weird. Someone who doesn't overthink things.
Can't imagine.
We wouldn't know anything about that.
Huh. Didn't know they existed.
Is it really overthinking, or is it just thinking a lot? You know?
Hope you're keeping
Can think
an
too
eye
much?
out for anything.
Oh yeah, I'm
That's going to harm
sitting in the
us.
crow's nest with the spyglass trying to learn how to whistle.
No, you
All
don't
of a
whistle.
sudden,
You
that's-
don't whistle.
Does Octavia know that?
No,
I totally am on board. Octavia
So-
doesn't know that.
We're all on board.
there's an item called a bosun's whistle that Octavia needs.
That's fantastic. She doesn't know that she needs
She'll
to.
probably find that out the first time she whistles real loud.
Yeah.
Anytime you heard like,
Absolutely. Yeah. My cast knew that wasn't a human person, but Octavia doesn't know that.
cool. It's just a pipe.
So,
It's my pipe.
you guys go, whoever's
This is
going
fun
with
for me.
Nimbo goes with Nimbo to the mess. Eat.
I'll go.
I'm at the
Yeah.
quarterdeck, so hopefully somebody brings me food.
He goes to eat
Ronnie's
breakfast.
planning to
He
bring
goes
both of
into
you
the
some
mess, and he goes, "Cook," and he goes, "Aye," and he goes, "I'm the acting captain. If you have any questions, let me know." And Cook goes, "Are you hungry?" And he feeds you all, and then actually you go back up and just revert, like, you two can go eat. He doesn't have anything specific to say, but you do notice when he sits down, his kind of, it's just like, it's a lot.
Do I? Still nothing?
Nothing. As the sun starts to come up, you look directly at it once by accident because you were scanning the horizon and you're like, whoa, that's bright.
If I had a nickel for every time one of my D&D characters was blinded by looking at the sun in the last month, I'd have 2 nickels.
Oh yeah.
Weird that it happened twice.
Anyway, yes, so the sun will come out
Tomorrow.
today. We're going to take a brief break before we get into the second half of our session.
Yay.
Hooray!
I mean, you can just switch if you want.
Yeah, it might be good. Be a little easier.
Yeah, Ronnie will get some food for these two.
Well, you go relieve them and they get food.
They asked for a snack.
Oh, yeah, you bring Alabroth and
Ron is a man.
insultingly not enough amount of food. Like, you try.
Good
You're
roll.
like, for you're on your way down to mess, I guess? Here you go.
How is Ronnie's last name pronounced?
Are
Alhars?
we
Transition?
I think we're still on.
And that'll.
It's
all that
Alhars?
connected.
Alhars?
Okay. About to be
It's a
annoying.
really soft H.
Okay. It's about to be super annoying with Commander Alhars.
Are we off?
Like, I had to know everyone's.
Me.
I've
Been here the whole time. Watch Dropout.tv,
God,
kids.
we're such nerds.
Dropout.tv, pay us.
How many of the videos did you play just now?
There's only one. What are you talking about?
Oh, never mind. I still haven't seen them. That's why I'm upset. Like, oh.
Seen what? There's only one.
There's only one.
You can't see multiple if there's only one.
Unless you're drinking.
I do
Yay.
that.
Are you doing it right now?
That's a lot of butter. Kind of drinking it.
No, it's clotted cream.
Yes.
Oh.
So-
Additional overpowering. Okay.
It looks like it.
Sun starts to come up. You guys are escalating reasonably.
Sun ho! I don't know how.
It's usually just denoted with bells.
Ronnie's
Okay.
gonna jog back up to
Make
the
a mark
deck
for
and
2 stupid
drop
things.
Alabroth off a substantial little care package of snacks, and then climb up to Octavia to give her a normal-sized packet of snacks, which she will be satisfied with, and Alabroth will not.
Because there is not enough.
And by the time she comes back down, it's already eaten.
But before I go back down
That's gonna be
in a
fun.
Tarzan swing, I'm going to ask, did you want to swan dive off the side like everyone thought you were going to?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I don't know. I would have to go check it.
Just in case.
Let me know before you do that so that I can keep you from accidentally tearing yourself in half.
Why would I tear myself in half?
Oh,
I
the
figured
rope.
just.
Okay. I'm gonna go back.
Again, Cass knows. Okay. So, like, before... Okay. Yep.
Octavia's got a really strong core, though, so...
She does
She's got
Pilates.
abs for days.
Okay, he's gonna go back and actually finish eating.
He goes back, when you come back into this is while breakfast is still going on for just you guys. There's nobody else in there yet because the officers, like, are eating and then they're going to go replace and rotate out the other people to eat. And as you walk into the room, Nimbo's talking to Cora and or to Brana and Azra about how important it is to communicate well before you do anything weird and how it's like a real position and you don't report to people who are under you, but you do inform them of what's happening and all this. And he's like, these are just thoughts as they come to me. I don't know. I've never been an officer, but like,
This feels
Yeah.
weirdly pointed at somebody that's not in the room.
I don't know why. This is just what Nimbo's thinking about.
Fair enough that he'd be thinking about it.
But yes, that's why all the commands and stuff, we shouldn't, under normal, okay. So I wasn't really listening to my mom yesterday, that much. I don't know what she told you about whatever. We're going to tend to want to look for things that might try to, eat us. Like after, anytime we break through a new layer of clouds, and when the sun is high, are two peak times. Because if they are flying, nobody likes to attack into the sun. Not a lot of crepuscular types of things do hunting around the ocean. So yeah, just so you know. But we haven't seen anything yet.
What have you encountered in the past? Clearly you survived it, just...
We've encountered some, bandits on various, winged things. Sometimes, there's a volcano. Sometimes you'll get some fiery something.
Airbound privateers?
Yeah, usually they're not living their life to do that here because there's not a lot of traffic here. So you get some scavengers and stuff.
In the sky, you don't say.
Yeah, they're more likely to be natural predators and stuff. But we saw a rock one time, but we were far away. We thought we saw another one time, but it was just an eagle that was closer.
Let's hope everything stays uneventful.
Perhaps, do we have a map that would show us, islands and the relationships to larger landmasses? Perhaps we should fly through clouds for a little bit of obfuscation whenever we're between connecting lines.
Oh, I've been looking at charts.
Traffic between islands and mainlands.
That's
Because
probably a good idea. We're not going to encounter a lot of islands. We're in a cove. The Lost Islands are over there. We're kind of pretty much over straight ocean.
I just mean to say, if a rock does not sustain itself for anything it finds in the sky, if it's traveling across the ocean, it's going from one hunting ground to another. If we just hide ourselves a little bit better when we're on that path, it's a lower chance that it would find us.
I mean, unless the rock is looking to scoop up whales out of the ocean.
Yes.
I'll take that in
Ronnie,
consideration when I'm...
Why did you just say the scariest thing?
I don't know that they do that. What I do know is that they have... We haven't been able to get a handle on exactly when they birth their young. It seems like that's when taking humanoids seems to peak to feed babies. Which isn't great.
I feel like
All the more reason.
rocks wouldn't go for whales. They would go for sharks. And then they drop those on you.
There's little shark bombs.
Yeah.
drop them on you.
Shark mortars.
No,
Shark
they
hail.
just grab the ship pretty much.
Shale.
Oh.
It's not great. We don't want to.
Shale? Shark hail?
We don't want that.
Sharknadoes.
No.
I was trying to work in Sharknado, but I couldn't do it.
I was trying to do it too, and then I just.
They're doing that on the last
Yeah.
drive-in. So. Anyway,
If we had snakes with us, then we could. Never mind. Anyway,
something
Snakes on a higher
What?
plane than usual.
Yes.
something want to drop off a shark at lunch.
have you two heard of the snake plane?
It's terrifying. You got to be careful when you're warping between planes. You might end up in the snake plane.
Too many snakes on that plane.
Yeah.
I've heard that you have to get the snakes off the plane.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. He's like, that cloud cover thing is a good idea. It's not gonna. I haven't seen a lot of clouds.
Stay stationary?
What?
Nothing. It's
I'm trying to remember. The big fluffy ones are closer to Earth more of the time. No?
I took a meteorology class in college.
Thankfully, not a lot of
I
meteors.
retained
I'm
absolutely
joking.
none of it.
Yeah, so the clouds, there's those thin wispy ones. They wouldn't be great for cover. There's also the big fluffy ones that are better for that. I don't
Those
know.
are Romulan clouds.
Sure.
Yeah.
My brother's name is Romulan. So,
Oh, nifty.
I'm just kidding. Well, I don't know. We don't know much about my other mom's other kids, if there are any. Who knows? Yes, so we should start to see rocks, not the bird. We're going to see cliffs, but not for another day or two. So this is kind of the iffy part, but we wanted to float above the light and not get captured by aboleths. So
wonderful.
we'll see.
Plural. Love that.
Noted that.
Good plan.
Our one that's real fast. I think it's multiple. I don't know. They tend to hang out by
I'm
the...
sure our chief engineer will make sure that
Do
we're
I
faster.
know what that is?
I'll do my part.
I'm doing my part.
I might have read about them. I don't know.
Commandador.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Right.
think this is
I just
an
wanted to say
advantage
Commandador.
roll, but you can roll
Door.
can roll
Commandador.
nature or arcana.
Nope.
You think it's like a demon? Like a girl demon. Maybe a sexy girl demon. Who knows?
Can I roll to see if I know what aboleths are?
Yes.
Ronnie doesn't have a particular reason to know that other than being from
I'm
around
knowledgeable.
here.
Well, they're
Right.
ocean creatures. They
My nature
tend to
sucks.
be in
I'm
the
not even
water,
gonna
so,
try.
like,
Yeah.
you would probably not.
I'm not even.
It's
I'm
not even gonna be
gonna be
bothered.
blissfully ignorant
I already know.
to how the broth lives.
My dice, even if they roll well, no.
He's too caught up on probably.
22 to know what aboleths are.
Damn, son. Go Ranger.
Go Ronnie Ranger.
This is Mia's Mini this week, by the way.
You know they're underwater giant, like almost eel things with maybe powers.
Okay.
And the captain did tell you that like there's
They read
psychic
minds.
things.
So I'll explain it to you.
It's like a mind reading demon.
No, it's like
It's
a.
like a female mind reading demon.
Like a sexy
No.
female mind reading
Sexy
demon.
female mind reading demon.
No, it's more like a giant eel with like evil powers that can read your mind.
Oh, didn't you have an aversion to snakes? Just thought I would bring that up now.
Like
Where's the sexy part of the
It's-
aboleth?
I mean that really depends on how attracted you are to eels and snakes.
Remember the
Do you
snake?
know what hentai is?
thing?
Just kidding. That didn't happen.
Negative one.
Okay, so probably
not
not
sexy.
sexy.
Remember the tail thing I did with Octavia when I. Do you remember that? It was
I
fun.
do.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
try and grapple. No.
Maybe, but probably we'll talk about that offline. I don't know. Maybe. So, yeah, so you notice that Nimbo kind of like, he almost like seems to be procrastinating a little to get back up top. But eventually he takes his captain's hat that's beside him and he takes a deep
napkins
breath.
Inside of it so it fits his head.
He puts it on his head and he's like, well, great, back to work.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll go back up to the quartermaster station. Because I'm trying to learn charts.
Yeah, he spends like as much time.
Wait a sec.
Got a
You
little-
were out there.
Out where?
If you're out there, now you're in here.
Had anyone relieved you?
Oh, never mind, no. So I guess I was stuck there. I thought you said they rotated the watch at some point.
They do.
Okay, so I
Nimbo
thought I heard her
comes
say they
out
rotated
and
the watch.
relieves you.
Oh.
And is like, I'm glad the snack tided you over, but the rest of the breakfast goes without incident unless you guys have anything you want to say. He sends you two down.
I do go down for second breakfast. So.
Yeah. So you guys
What's
go
your second
eat.
breakfast? On a ship.
He kind of seems, he checks in with you to see if you have any questions about the stuff that you're seeing. And yeah, the morning goes without incident. Anybody do anything special? He goes to lunch a little bit like early again. This time he takes the other two of you and leaves. What's his face? Has gone to bed, but he leaves both of you watching the wheel without specific responsibilities tied to it. Howler goes up to the crow's nest.
Is it who's going to bed? Is it Nimbo?
Tyranna.
Chiron
Okay.
is relieved from his very long watch. Longest day's night or whatever. Anyway.
Azra's going to look for a moment to catch Nimbo alone.
That's easy enough to do as Octavia's coming down. He motions to her and you get the picture that that's where they're going, but you guys go a little ahead.
Okay. Nimbo.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know, obviously my services won't be necessary unless there's an emergency, right? So I'm going to have a lot of spare time on my hands. I think I got a good rundown of the schematics of the engines. But in the meantime, I noticed you seemed nervous when you were addressing the crew. I know this could be very intimidating, having to deal with a lot of people. If you're ever worried about addressing the crew, feeling those nerves come on again, just let me know. I have something for that
Picturing
too.
them in their underwear does not help. Like, I'm bi, kind of like everybody, so it just makes it more.
Like everybody?
Everybody.
I mean, I can see it, you know, like with most people. So it doesn't necessarily help me. Is that not where you were going?
No, this, pivoted pretty hard here.
I
now I'm
mean, I don't
confused.
like you. I mean, I like you. I mean, not all the time, everybody. Just it doesn't help. Because everybody can look beautiful in their underwear.
This is
Go
going
on.
Great.
Okay, in case you need help speaking with people,
Sure.
I can give you
No,
some
why you
assistance if you just ask for it.
I might need help with being like authoritative. People seem to react to me better than they probably really should, but it doesn't mean they'd be likely to like do the things I tell them. Like, I'm not very good at coming off like
Perhaps
someone who's
likable
in
but
charge
not
of
serious.
Benefit from
yeah, like a very excited puppy, kind of. Sometimes.
I will admit, Nimbo, you give off that vibe.
I don't get it. But I mean, there are worse things to be. I could be a snake. Kind of glances at monkey. Just around somewhere, I assume.
You didn't have to say that.
I mean, I like him fine, but
What'd you say?
Because not everybody does, and nobody understands my mom's weird reaction to him.
Just lean back.
But look at him, he's so cute. And he does a little tongue thing.
So you're
That's
saying
all.
I should do that?
I would save that as a last resort in case all else fails.
Doesn't seem like the thing that would push me over. Anyway,
No.
I do appreciate it.
Of course.
I'm very new to all of this. If you're done with like that, maybe you could spend some time in the room, in the hold, looking at it, if that would help you, kind of unsupervised. I know they didn't really let you touch it for the most part.
No, but I'm familiar with some of like the art of fiction classes that we had at the school, so.
It's pretty cool. I don't know who came up with it. It's a lot of glyphs, a lot of homework.
Yes, I've never seen this sort of product of artifice before. You've never seen, you don't know who designed it?
I mean,
Mom never mentioned it?
she might have.
I wonder, I know there are some people who leave arcane signatures so that, credit can be given where it is due. I wonder a closer look might reveal that.
My theory is they'd have to be an artificer and like a wizard. They had to make the glyphs, but they had to make a bunch. But I think they had to like program them to kind of renew or something, or it wouldn't work at all. Or they're just like picking up new ones all the time. I don't know.
Interesting. Well, a mystery for after our voyage.
Sure. And we're gonna make it, so that's fine.
I believe in you and the words that you just said.
Everyone does. Authoritatively saying things. And then he glances as Octavia comes over and he's like, "We're gonna make it there."
Okay. I go and get food.
It's like, that's a weird thing to say.
He glances back at you and he goes like that.
Just like that.
Okay. Dope.
You know, he might come off a little more authoritative if he didn't come off like he fell out of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah. The stoner vibe doesn't help.
But if we're here,
Yeah.
Practice does make perfect. So practice. Practice, practice, practice. Azra is now interested in the idea that there might be a signature. So she'll go ahead and hang out in the room and see if she can find a signature.
so is after lunch, Azra heads down there. It's on.
I'm doing it now.
It's kind of under the quarterdeck, opposite the mess on this ship. Is that right? Maybe.
I don't know how your ship's built.
It's built weird.
Okay then.
So
I don't know old naval warships.
13 and 14.
no wait. Captain's is at the back. The front, crew quarters. Back, captain's quarters, first mate's quarters. And instead of a dining room, the galley in the bottom floor is the hold with the arcane stuff and the cargo hold. For the most part, you guys haven't been down there except for Ezra. But they have to use the same hatches to get that stuff all the way down to the bottom floor, so it makes sense.
Every time she uses a correct phrase, I'm just like, yes.
I spent a couple
so happy.
hours trying to figure out how it all worked. And
That's what it's called. It's called a hatch. You got it. Nailed it. Love
I
it.
had the hardest time understanding the role of hatches with staircases, but I got it now. Anyway, vertical movement between decks. So,
Go make a sailor out of her yet.
nope.
Yep. That's why we're all here.
Right. Anyway.
I'm joining the Navy, guys.
No, don't do that. I wouldn't have.
In the
Anyway.
Navy.
Hey,
So, make me an investigation check.
first of all, that was a
You
pathetic
know your
roll.
intelligence.
So
You
if it's a
could've
bad
just given
roll-
yourself-
Investigation, is that wisdom or is that intelligence?
That's
intelligence.
Yeah.
Is intelligent? Okay. Well, it's a 7.
There was no spice behind that roll at all. So I'm gonna almost
the
say
Solvay thing?
No,
Wasn't it?
Sam
no.
Riegel
You get what you
rolls.
deserve
Yeah,
on that
yeah.
one.
You think you see something at one point, and you get all excited. Your familiar can help you know. Isn't that what they're supposed to do?
No.
Okay.
Familiars don't just give advantage
He
because.
can't read. Okay. So,
As a snake.
at one point you think you see something, and you're like, ooh. And then you realize it's just the reflection off a rock. And you're like,
A rock.
There's a rock in here?
There must be a crack in this ship.
Oh, wait, did I get relieved off of my watch?
You do after.
That's
Yeah, you.
I
eat
went down to
lunch
breakfast, so
with-
I got relieved.
You got relieved. You had breakfast. Not a whole lot happened, and then you have lunch with Nimbo.
Okay. What's Brana doing?
Brana and
Rana and
Ronnie.
Ronnie relieved you and Kyra.
Oh, well, crap.
Yeah.
Brana's busy. Damn.
Yeah, but
Holding the
after
map upside
lunch,
down.
I mean, you're gonna have a
This is
little.
funny.
There's not a lot going on. There's been actually everybody roll me a Constitution
Oh god.
saving throw.
Glad my con is
Oh.
so high.
That's a good one.
16.
You're fine.
It's not the worst roll I've ever had.
15.
You're fine.
13.
You're fine.
It was a natural 17 plus stuff.
You're fine.
Well, since I don't have any duties,
12?
Oh boy.
You're fine. Air sick is slightly different than seasick, but not that much.
I want to go see the hidden areas that we were not supposed to go to.
Damn, the minute Mom is out of town.
I'm the commander now, excuse you.
One of the
I'm
commanders.
the eldest son.
Yes, but we've already established I'm the higher rank.
No.
Anyway,
The first place that you go see, you run into Azra, who's down there. That was the primary one you weren't allowed to wander into.
so I probably opened the door. Oh. Hey, Ezra.
Oh, hello. Got some dog.
And then you
How are
remember-
things? This is...
Pretty good. Just sort of like taking some notes.
Okay, I closed the door behind me. Okay, did you look at any other places that we weren't supposed to go on the boat? Did you? Did you look at any of the areas they told us not to go
haven't
into?
found a moment to yet. Were you thinking of going to the places that we're not supposed to?
That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I was curious what was behind this door, and then I find you. So, if you have a moment, as the chief engineer of the ship, and then me as the executive officer, it would behoove us to inspect other areas.
No
to
stone
make
unturned.
to make sure just everything is in perfect operation. Am I correct?
I think exercising caution would be wise
Of
for people on our
course,
station.
as a fellow officer on board the ship, we should go do that right now.
I think I have a moment.
And so now we're both engaged in shenanigans.
How many people does Featherfall get? For when we're all thrown off the ship?
Excuse you.
Whenever we're all thrown off the ship, it's gonna get me.
Okay.
Don't worry, I can help you land into the ocean safely.
Okay.
I can't
These
carry
two chuckle
you.
fucks will just
We are inspecting the ship as
I'm not there.
exactly. So Azra and I go and search some of the. We're just conducting an inspection.
Make an investigation check.
Who's gonna die when we get thrown off the ship?
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Hey,
13.
you.
And let me know if there's any locked doors that we don't have access to.
There's not the big thing is that Arcana room. You go into the cargo hold. You open.
You find some cargo.
Yeah, you.
Being held.
How many crates do you think you open? Because they have big waterproof crates down there. That's what's in the cargo hold.
They have waterproof crates. Oh.
Isn't that what they would have?
It'd be barrels. It'd be goods and stuff like supplies.
Yeah.
Maybe some rum.
Is it just the normal stuff
Hopefully
we
no
would find
bads.
on board of a ship?
I mean, more goods, less bads.
Okay, so after we search for a while,
I'm trying to come up with something interesting there might be. There wasn't anything. They tend to deliver if they're doing anything.
There's no booty or anything.
It would be the
Where
other
are they going?
way.
Just what we brought with us.
Oh, they're
Hey.
bringing stuff to Strassus.
If they're going to,
Gotcha.
it would be.
But
That's
they
where
would
you
have had to
get that.
exchange the goods for something, so maybe there's like just a shit ton of gold.
So I think after some searching, I just got to look at Azra like, there's nothing of interest in here.
I feel like I left the really interesting room behind.
Very well.
You know what this
An attempt was made, my friend.
Maybe everything else about the ship is actually kind of boring. Maybe it's just the fact that it flies.
With your natural 20, though, as you walk back into the boring Arcana room that you were so excited to tell Azra to leave, you glance down and you're like, hey, who's Arcanist Hibor? And Azra is probably instantly annoyed that Alibroth just casually walked in and saw some of the handwriting and was like, oh, that's what that says. It's probably a signature of some sort.
Was it like a physically handwritten signature?
It is...
Because I can easily imagine Azra is too busy studying the glowing glyphs, and the signature is just like handwritten on the side of a piece
It's
of
kind
equipment.
of like etched into... So it's like silver on silver, but the reflection must have caught his eye.
Sure.
So
Shiny.
I have figured something out that Azra could. Did you not know what this was?
What? Alibroth, thank you. What was that name again?
Hibor. Hibor.
Is that of any importance?
That might be the name of the mage that crafted this system, which I was interested in finding. Thank you, Alibroth.
Oh, someone you're familiar with?
Have I
Or
heard
their
of
work?
Hibor?
Or...
No.
I am unfamiliar with this person. Maybe someone at the college will know him.
Well,
Does
I'm
Hibor sound like a masculine name or a feminine name? Or
It sounds like a family name, like a surname.
like a last name? Oh, okay. So, who knows?
well, an attempt was made. Good job. And I'll just go back up on deck now.
As you
A bit
guys
disappointed.
are wrapping up your...
We'll find something interesting later, Alibroth, I'm sure.
Octavia, make a performance check.
What?
It can't be any other
Nope.
skill. That's a 3.
Okay, so you
I
guys
mean, it was a 4.
take
But
your sweet time up on the deck where you guys are,
did I learn to whistle?
Because we're not on watch right now.
which is exactly what the roll is for.
No.
Okay, since I went back up on deck, we're
Not yet, you didn't.
oh dang!
So,
You're like,
so Nimbo's trying to explain some stuff to you about charts and stuff, and you're up there. You make a regular perception check. You two can also make one at disadvantage, and so is he's going to make one as well.
Perception?
You're not there.
Yeah,
Oh, I
you're
thought-
down.
Okay.
Do that ones.
I thought I was one of the two.
wow.
That is
Can't
just
be
not
receiving
fair.
anything.
Why'd you roll 2 dice for perception? I'm just...
Because I had disadvantage.
Oh.
And I'm so mad about it because
You
I
know
had a
what?
16 and a 4.
Roll again
Two nat
because you have
ones.
observant. Like, you would just have a straight roll. Ronnie, you're like, this chart, these don't even look like clouds, and how can you illustrate clouds on a flat surface?
Dirty 20.
A
Clearly
dirty
It gets there.
20. You guys have gotten used to some extent, like, feeling these pillars of heat from the hot air balloon effect. As Nimbo's kind of pointing something out to you on a chart on your right, hang on, you are headed northwest and north up in the sky, northwest, and so sort of back towards the east. You hear a very faint, like, kind of rumbling sound, and you feel the push of hot wind, and immediately Something feels off in your spidey sense with your die.
I'm going to look back there immediately.
Make another perception check just straight. This is not as high DC though.
19.
Dang.
I have to keep this dice forever.
You don't see anything right away. You see some like smoke or something and maybe some clouds. And as you're just trying to convince yourself it was a trick of the light, you hear kind of this far off. And then you sit there for a second, and then you hear several more. And a voice you can't make out.
Anybody else hear the squeaking?
What?
There's from behind us. There's some squeaking and some voice. I can't make it out.
I'm gonna turn
Is that-
around.
As you do, I will say, I don't want to do this, and you guys were headed back up anyway. You guys come out about that time. You turn around, and kind of through the clouds, you can't see anything right away, but pretty fast you see something that looks like a glint of something that can't quite be the cloud. It's like too metallic, a little shine within it. You hear the voices too. And then from almost like in an air pincher, you see something coming from above and something coming from below, making ground on you guys very, very fast.
Go to general quarters.
Jason's cats
Eli.
are causing mischief.
Eli, you're dumb.
It was both.
Something
It was
in the
both.
shit far below falls off something else.
Okay.
Azra goes,
I
"Oh, shit!"
Yeah.
will say, oh, can we move faster? Talking to Nimbo, and then I will point.
Make a perception check for me.
Please go to general quarters.
don't
Would
know what
Azra
that
study have
Ding, 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 ding. Everybody's starting getting.
learned a way that I can
We've already done
give
it a
more
couple
boost?
times.
You can give some
Not under that title.
considerable boost up and down, and when you're boosting, not down, up, you can move forward faster from that propulsion, but there's no going super fast within this.
So is like the forward propulsion, is that mostly the sails catching wind? And the mechanisms are mostly just for raising it?
The mechanisms are mostly for raising it. There are glyphs inscribed with like wind wall that will push the sails when they're turned like through the fans at an angle. It's very like 2018 God of War where it lifts it up and the sails kind of angle to push. The wind blows up through and it will bounce off and push forward the sails that are now just kind of over these little fans.
Okay.
It's
I
hard
don't
to
know. I
explain.
don't know what God of War reference you're talking about.
And when he's in Helheim, you have to fight off the things to keep the fires lit.
Oh yes,
It's the sails have all kind of turned up like they did in that.
gotcha.
13.
13 is enough, I think, to see a kerfuffle on deck, and that they seem to be looking behind them.
Someone raised the kerfuffle alarm.
What do you
Yes. Someone starts ringing the bell.
I'm gonna run. I guess
Aren't
just
you in the
kind
crow's
of.
nest?
do? You're in the crow's nest.
Oh, am I?
think.
I thought I was coming up from something else.
That's what you
If
think.
I'm in the crow's nest, I can't whistle. I'm just gonna kind of scream out.
In that same like.
Just,
Ooh.
just there's something coming, and pointing, but
There
as
you go.
loudly as I can, alerting everybody. I don't have a bell up here.
You have a
Um,
spyglass.
Yeah.
As the forward lookout, you would probably just yell what something off in the direction.
I mean, I can.
I
look to
just,
see.
I don't know if she would. I just,
Probably. But yeah, I guess because all I know is something's coming, so
So
what is it?
you look, and it takes a split second, but you're pretty like, look at their eye line, and you look, and you don't see whatever the glint was, but what you do see is, I don't know. Sorry, everybody roll just to get out of the way an Arcana check for me.
Ooh. I don't know a damn thing. 1.
19.
3.
It's 11 plus 8, 19.
Why you do this to me?
10.
So, as you guys see it, which will be at different times, what you see looks like the head of, like an eagle or something. But it has like 4 legs, and the front 2 are claws. Bless
Zoom
you.
tight.
Thank you.
Hey, there's something. It has the head of an eagle and but it's 4 legs. The front 2 are claws. There's wings because it's flying. And there's
You can have advantage on this because it is related
It
to
is
something you've
something that I
seen
would've
pictures
read.
of.
5.
So you keep yelling that. You vaguely recall that you've seen something like it in a picture book. What you have not seen is what you see in front of you, which is like this grotesque, like they look like they're on fire. And
What
there's
looks like it's on fire?
this
the whole
big
thing?
eagle thing.
Just the whole thing?
A lot of it, like it looks like flames, and it has like, and you take a minute and you train on the other one, you see something different on that one. Their body parts missing, there are things oozing that are covered in these like burn spots, and there's something on the back of it.
Is it a griffin? We can just make some loud noises and scare it off.
Everybody roll initiative. Not me, I pre-rolled because I'm so good.
Ooh.
What the f...
Cass, do you mind tracking it for me?
Absolutely, I can do that.
You do mind? Wow. I'll do it then.
It's gonna be super fun for me.
I rolled another 1 in a row.
I rolled a 6. Like, I'm
Use
scared.
a different D20.
I did.
No, that's the same when you rolled on the camera.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, I used... Oh, it is.
I'm gonna switch.
You should just be able to hit transition and that's it.
Dope.
I got you.
Just the ones
Hey,
are rolling for me, boy.
you guys ready for this shit?
No.
I'm ready for whatever you
all
drag
of my
in here.
dice are rolling like absolute
Look,
garbage,
when she,
so no.
In case no one, when Kat rolled up in here with a suitcase, I was like, oh, it's on today.
That's a little too loud. It's a little too loud. You know what that is? That's a little too loud.
Okay. Yo!
Oh, it's so pretty.
Wow, that's cool.
That Dutch pour is coming in handy.
Yeah!
Whoa!
Ooh, let's board the ship.
Pretty.
Yeah!
The
God
place where the
damn. Oh, wait, I
wheel
came
would
up-
be up here.
Yeah, but I
right?
came up from deck, so that would be down here, so.
Oh,
Dude!
this is actually probably way forward.
We got one. Oh, damn,
Ooh.
son. What the hell?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
aren't these badass?
Oh,
Those
no.
are so
Like
cool.
a Greek skeleton?
Also, I dig it, but also I'm terrified of it. This, oh, wow.
Why?
It's all rotty.
Like
I
a
don't-
Roman?
I don't like it.
Dude! Whatever
I'm not
pictures
there
you
with
take, they need
They
to
got the
go.
squares on it? Okay.
There's
We've
that
got the ship. Oh, boy.
other
This
one.
one's not busted up too much. Well, no,
And
it's,
then way back
it looks like it's
here
something
is
bit off
the
of it.
scariest one, but my favorite.
It doesn't
With
have
just
a
the
face.
face missing.
Oh,
Love that.
It
that's
doesn't have one.
that
though.
is
It
nasty.
doesn't have
I
one.
know!
Are those Valkyries riding
I don't know
them?
where to put her 'cause she's in the coast.
Okay,
Where is the place where you ring the bell to make everyone come from?
right up where you're standing.
Oh,
It was
cool.
where it would be.
Technically,
Oh,
we're just going to play with this a little. Technically, this would be over here because they're coming a little more from this side, but that'd be so bad for the camera.
okay.
I'm just going to put this in the middle because I don't want to disadvantage you guys either.
What if we just flipped the boat around?
Well, they're coming from behind you.
Oh, okay.
They're not coming, they're coming a little more from this side than this side, but it doesn't actually matter.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Alright, do you want me to call out?
Hang on. I'm going to grab it from you since I also have my guys already listed.
Can't believe I rolled another fucking one.
And then after, you know, you can do it. That'd be great.
25 to 20? 20 to 15?
Oh, I had 21. Sorry.
Okay.
My bad.
Alright.
Oh, that one, the first one has a 21.
What's your dex?
My dex, my modifier or my number?
Let's go modifier.
+4.
I think mine is probably, yeah, it's less.
Okay. Ronnie, baddie, number 1. 20 to 15.
19.
Holla!
And as of yet, unseen 18.
Okay.
You can put him down as HD if that helps you. That's what I have known.
Let's just have baddie 1 and baddie 2. Do I need to differentiate between the baddies?
Only this one.
Okay.
What did you do, Dummy?
Big baddie.
What did you do?
Alright.
One letter
Would you knock
15 to
down?
10.
Hi, Rizzo.
11.
I got 9.
Azra is doomed.
Octavia has 10. 10 to 5.
9.
Are you serious?
9.
Azra.
You don't have a
Oh, yeah.
bonus to your
5.
initiative?
I mean, 2. There, 2.
+1 buddies.
Okay. Alibreath. Yep. First up would be Ronnie.
Should I take
Still last.
alert for my next feat?
Nah.
No. Okay.
Nah.
They fly in, yeah, about there. I would love to get, like, risers. I don't have them yet, but that won't affect feet for this. They come in. It is very, very obvious they're going to attack you.
Okay.
Or the
Yeah.
ship.
like
Can
her
I
first.
do a cool thing as I see them getting closer? I don't know if I...
What the hell are you
It
gonna do?
depends, but what?
Really, she just wants to kind of leap down and go to the closest that she can, like to the back of the ship to shield her friends from the
Where's
things
your
that are
character up
coming.
there?
I haven't placed her yet because I don't know where she's going to land.
I will allow you to make it down for free.
Okay, so
And
I'm just in
then
the middle of it. Right
Roll
here.
me a luck check and see if you can. If you can hit above like a 15, then I'll let you go there.
No.
You still make it down. You don't even die.
Everything is rolling so terribly.
Would you like to
We're
try
gonna-
someone else's dice?
I think I might swap out all of them.
Today is a
Hold on.
TPK.
But yeah.
Ronnie!
Runny.
You guys are doing
He's. Can I use my bonus action to ring the bell?
Sure.
Okay.
You can
I'm
use
gonna-
an object interaction.
Thank you,
since
someone's
it's
finally-
right there.
Gone to general quarters.
Yeah.
I mean, hands up, whose character's been on a boat before?
I'm
Actually,
on a boat.
We all
Technically.
have
Yeah.
for a few days now.
Who's
You think you
been...
missed these stealth across
We've
the
already
ocean?
done this once.
Yeah.
Always as a passenger, though.
And that's like, who's a sailor?
But the
Whose
first time we
character
got
is a sailor?
attacked, they did this.
They
So
absolutely rang a bell
I
super
forgot about
fast.
that.
And they rang it, and it was fast and they rang
I
it.
was thinking about
Octavia
the
doesn't
voyage
know
when I
what it's
came to
called.
this country,
Yeah.
which is much more important.
He is.
But yeah, you're right.
He has
Serious.
no idea what's going on with these things.
can you just kill one, please, for us, real quick?
Just real quick, though.
We're nihilists. This is hilarious.
Just go ahead. Just eliminate one of them. One shot.
For a reason.
That's fair. I do too.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so good on camera.
Yay.
I can't wait for
Yeah, 'cause
Aaron
it
and
looks
Barbara
like
Poker
dog
to
shit
join
in
the
real
main
life.
campaign.
It's so pretty.
It does.
I don't have a name for my
I was
backup
so
character
with
'cause
just
it's,
the base
just
map. I'm like, I can still Dutch for it.
It's so pretty.
Thank you.
Holy 2K.
How much
Awesome.
time did this take?
The ship took too long. The bottom part of the grid map took an hour. I'm pretty good at that style.
Yeah, but the ship is definitely like.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got
I
you've got
love.
lines cut into
I mean, I
it
already
for the
love your
water.
water marbling thing with the paints. But
It's
this,
so
this
fun.
just this just has that extra bonus because you have the silver in there too, so it makes it just.
Take the mat off?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be like a nice cool contrast.
And I got so excited.
I-
It's
It
my
might just
favorite
be me.
colors.
I think it'd be cool if like the sky was contrasted against the blue of the table.
I mean,
It would have
we're
been
into
nice.
combat now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring some fabrics next game.
I wanted to go shopping.
Ronnie. It's okay.
I have some.
I just wanted
Yeah,
to
we
make sure
should
there was
exchange
space for you to do
pictures.
the
Yes,
same.
Cora actually approached me before game. She was like, "Oh yeah, Cass mentioned you wanted to do something with fabrics on the table." I'm like, "Absolutely not. No way in hell. I said
Oh, he
anything
told
of
me
the
that
sort."
too.
I was
So,
saying
yeah.
y'all could,
Oh yeah.
but no one's going to
No,
trust me.
you're not going to be involved in this decision.
Exactly. Thank you. I don't even take it as an insult.
Do I have the slightest guess at what these things are?
Which ones?
These things.
Right.
I've not properly seen them yet, so I'm guessing I don't.
Well, I'm gonna say they moved in close enough to attack. So, did you roll high enough to know what a hippogriff was?
Oh, is
I
that what
don't
they
think
are?
you called for that roll for me. If you did, I totally missed that. Was that a nature check or
Sure.
okay? 17.
17. You've seen pictures in books of hippogriffs. They're not supposed to look like that.
It's like, damn, I burned my 5th level spell this morning looking for the captain.
They're not supposed to be like fire colors, and they're not supposed to be missing body parts, but looks like some sort of fucked up hippogriff.
Are
It's so weird.
are hippogriffs monstrosities?
Creatures aren't supposed to be really fucked up.
I don't know. Yes.
These ones are.
Okay. Cool. Okay, hold on.
Interesting.
You know, humans are supposed to have
my
2
favorite
legs.
enemy.
This one has 8. That's so weird.
You find it very interesting
Okay,
that
well-
they have 5 eyes on different parts of their body. Really interesting.
Generally, bats and dogs don't have that.
Oh
He
god,
is
I hate that.
going to go
They all look
ahead
sad.
and put
Everyone.
protection from evil and good on himself.
It's probably pretty smart.
Does what now? Something different than I used to.
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by them... Oh, hold on, it went away. I was trying to scroll down. The target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
That's clutch as shit for
I
this.
feel like undead is a pretty fair bet.
Yeah, well, and it's a touch
What makes you say that?
thing. The only person who would be close enough to cast it on is Brana, and he kind of figures Brana already has protection from
Yeah,
stuff
some stuff,
because
yeah. For sure.
you've got like a god in your ear.
I mean, the god is between them somewhere.
Coming out 2024. God in your ear. My new album.
That's his action.
It's his action.
Yeah,
Action.
disadvantage on attacking him.
Is there anything else he can do?
He already used the bonus action for his object interaction, so he's good.
Okay.
Unless we're doing like a free action, be like, lots of monsters back here.
Well, you rang the bell already, so that's your free thing.
Oh, that was a free
You
action?
can yell. You can yell
Yeah.
lots of
Okay.
monsters.
Well, no, I was assuming that the object interaction was my bonus action.
No, that's like a 1 freebie you get per turn.
Oh, okay. Then he will...
Need to ring a bell.
among
on
other
every
things.
single one of your turns.
Yeah.
If you want to.
If you want to.
If you want to.
You always have the option.
He's not going
Speed
to cast
Nimbo.
anything else.
Hmm?
Can that be Nimbo? Put him back
He's
there.
the baby.
That's good
So
energy
appropriate.
for Nimbo.
I thought so. He didn't roll.
He's almost exactly the right size.
He got an 11.
Oh.
If he was just taller than the rest of us, except for Elbra. Because Nimbo's really tall, right? Oh, he's not?
He's a
Nimbo's
short
5'4".
king.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Never mind.
he's
Then that actually works.
That's
Yeah.
pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Our heights are not accurate.
No, our heights are not accurate. Ronnie's
So
tall.
that's
He's like
Ronnie's
6'1".
Well,
turn.
the White Ranger is crouched down, so.
True.
The
This is baddie 1.
baddie 1 is going to take the dive is going to take its hand and kind of like swirl around and is going to try and hurl a flame at the deck.
Which one is this?
The one that's closest.
That is number 1. So that one over there.
Does he have any defining features?
See, he's missing an ear, he's missing half his face, and he's missing the front of his face.
The ship doesn't
But his
have
wing is messed up.
a particularly high DC, but a 7 still doesn't hit it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
For monkey's
That's
initiative roll.
his. He can do it twice though.
Son of
Because
a
it's
bitch.
not fast
I'm gonna
enough.
call him Dirty Boy. The skeleton is dirty.
A 9 also doesn't hit.
Wow.
So he's useless and
Sucker.
bad at being
Too
this
bad.
scary, crazy demon hippogriff thing, and that's his
Or
turn.
just this?
Alright, Brana.
Okay, hold on. I'm changing out Christian's dice because he
Yeah.
doesn't like the ones I let him use.
They're not treating me well.
It's fair, so I
But
don't use
most I would stick with them,
They
but
don't
this
treat
is very pretty.
Laura well
I would
either.
Yeah,
So
he
pretty.
wants to use the my pretty.
Grazie.
What does CR stand for?
Combat rating. Or
Challenge.
challenge rating.
Right.
Okay.
Challenge rating.
Yeah.
You're not looking them up.
It doesn't work.
No,
anyway.
I'm looking at something on mine.
Oh,
Yeah, some
that makes
spells
sense.
refer to challenge rating, yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
gonna do what I can, which is I'm gonna turn into Angel Boy.
Ooh.
Angel Boy time. Can you use the charge? Thank you.
This is probably a higher CR.
And he is going to.
Well, current.
Weird. Yeah.
Which one's the one that hurled the fireball?
It's the Dirty Boy on your right.
Dirty boy.
They're all
I have to give
Dirty
them. I have to give them all nicknames.
I know.
So that I can remember which one's which.
I'm gonna
This one's name is Legolas.
fly over to that one then. I don't think I can.
I don't know which one.
No,
to use.
can I do one attack? I'm not sure if I can.
What is
Um,
the bamfing the wings out? What is that? Is that an action?
Yeah.
Just
It says I can use it as a bonus action, so I still get an action.
Our ship is now an aircraft carrier.
just so I can see.
Oh no, the damn screen's gone! Where are we? No, okay, it says I can use it as a bonus action, but I can use my
Okay.
bonus action at the front, yeah?
Yeah, you can use them in any order.
Cool. Then I'm gonna take a fly over to that one.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna just stab it.
With what?
The fire.
Okay.
I'm concerned.
I almost critted and I'm very sad. No. Hold on, where'd my dagger things go? There it is. To hit. Sorry, my things got all mixed up.
Okay.
I think. Where's my. Did. There we go. Okay, now we go. My screen wasn't working. 27 to hit.
That are you swinging at the rider or the creature?
The rider.
Okay, it hits either way, but
Yeah. I would hope a 27 hits.
yeah.
And there's. Oh wait, I don't want to be in front. Oh, it's okay. I'll fix it next time. I'll get my sneak attack next time. Where did my thing go? There was a thing that I could do. Oh, well, that's just fucking awful. I could do radiant damage in addition. There it is. 2 damage. Do I need to separate the...
Yes.
Right. 1 fire damage. And then, 1 fire, 1 normal, and then 4 radiant.
Ooh.
I'm scared that fire's not going to work, but I am hopeful that radiant will do.
You notice the fire doesn't seem to do anything.
Yep.
No!
But the radiant seems to have an effect. And the regular attack seems to have an effect as well.
Okay.
Why would you be scared of that, paranoid? I mean, you're right.
I am an incredibly paranoid player.
It's not like you've not had any reason to be
Yeah,
paranoid.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yes, that is all I can do.
I have this down as Big Baddie.
From off screen.
Oh.
Off, whatever.
I like off screen.
Yeah.
I don't like off screen.
I like it conceptually, I guess.
I like off screen to stay off screen.
Yeah.
Right.
You
This-
receive unseen aid from off screen.
Something streaks in a little
Oh.
bit
That's what
of
I'm
Damn.
the reflection that had been seen earlier. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And that is... It's gonna go for Nimbo.
Not the baby.
Streaking in and landing on deck is something that is actually somewhat smaller than the riders and the hippogriffs behind him. There's this little thing that looks like the cloud itself almost. This little,
What the hell?
this little creepy,
Does it look like that?
cloud-looking demon guy.
Whoa!
And takes a strike at Nimbo.
No!
1, 2 with its sword. Sword. Attack. Hits.
Cumulonimbus.
Hits.
Cumulonimbo.
Cumulobimbo.
I'm gonna name this guy
Oh, and you guys are lucky. Misses. With the third one, it seems to do way more damage than you would think from just a normal sword thing. And Nimbo is definitely still standing, but immediately looks hurt.
He's a wizard, it makes sense.
Yeah. And that is his turn.
Have this down as Baddie number 3.
Baddie number 3 is that other one that's pretty close but not right by whatever. Yeah.
His name's Legolas.
No, it's not.
You mean legless?
Also
Space.
Oh.
going
I shouldn't
to
have.
keep his
Congratulations.
distance.
What is it?
Are you fucking kidding me? He hits a spot on the deck right here, and it catches on fire. The ship is a sturdy one, has quite a few hit points, and the fire doesn't immediately spread everywhere because it's still pretty wet. But yeah,
Yeah.
now part of the deck is on fire. And that is his turn.
I believe in you.
What are you doing?
Trying to get fire from somebody. Here we go.
Inventive.
Fire.
And that is his turn.
Can you put monkey
No.
right above owl?
The Human Torch has effects
Who
that go
is
around his head. You
next?
probably could have grabbed. They would have been smaller.
Nimbo.
Second shelf from the bottom.
I
Nimble.
don't really want it to be smaller.
Oh, the second shot.
Well, I mean, honestly, like, there's
Second
a
shelf
good
from to your
chance
right.
there will be a lot
Human
of them.
torches over there.
But it's fine.
Johnny Storm.
Oh, there we go. I see.
Around his wrists are little flame effects. Little
Sure, we
soft-
don't need any more of these.
Nimbo is going to, kind of a little bit
Oh, feet?
panicking, but it's like, my ship is going to take his action and put out fire.
Those.
Okay. After him, I have... Oh, it's me!
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run up and start wailing on this guy.
Nice.
Okay.
What can I do that might be cool?
We'll beat your powder puff ass. That's what.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and hit him. Come on. First one is a 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
Bloody.
Second one is a natural 1.
That one does not hit.
I'm gonna do...
Would you like it to be higher?
I mean, I'd love it to be higher. Can you do that after I roll?
I guess it's not after. Yeah, it's before, I think.
Is it?
Portent? I think it's before. I'll double check.
Brennan doesn't run it that way, but that doesn't mean anything. So,
No,
yeah,
I really-
you should check.
You must choose to do so before the roll.
Yeah. I am
Take
gonna
that,
do flurry of blows, so I get 2 more. That is an 18 plus 8, 26.
That will hit.
All right, that's 7 points.
Question. Do your fists...
They count as magical weapons.
Okay.
Yes. And then that's a 6. I did 7 points of damage, guys.
He's
I don't know if you want to hear
Not
this or
on
not, but I rolled a
death's door.
16.
I know.
Whatever.
he appears to be surviving so far.
Yeah. That's
Alright.
it. That's all I got.
Okay. Who is
I don't
next?
roll well. I'm kind of posed.
Next
That's
after
a
you.
7 and a 2.
It's me.
It's Azra.
Who here uses non-magical weapons? I think you have a non-magical bow, right?
My bow's not magical, but I'm turning all of my stuff to force damage.
That's good. That's good. Do you have a non-magical dagger or something?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then we're gonna do the same thing we did at the beginning of last combat, I think. Azra is going to first cast. Yep, she's going to move up to view the Deuteroonies.
Thank you so much. And that plays into what I need.
2, 3, 4. And then, actually, there's that guy right there, so that might change things. Can I roll a check to see if I recognize what kind of creature this is from my studies and what I know about that?
Sure.
Okay. Well,
Which creature?
this one in particular.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. What skill am I adding to this?
Probably probably Arcana, I guess.
Thank you very much, because that's a 25.
It's definitely some sort of devil. He looks like an ice king kind of looking motherfucker, but more airy.
Yep.
And with that roll, you recognize that because you got a 25, that the riders of the other things are also an odd presentation of devil. They are not undead.
Oh. Okay, so I'm dealing with a bunch of devils.
Because they're fiends.
What do I know about the strengths and weaknesses of devils?
You know that fire's probably a hot no.
Haha. Despite the fact that they're icy. Interesting.
And,
Oh no, you said windy. Never mind.
yeah, and that non-magical is probably at least resistance. But you're guessing they have immunity to fire. Potentially they'd be hard to poison as well.
Okay. Very good. In that case, I forgot about that guy. I was trying to get over there, but I'm not going to go for over there anymore. I'm going to stay back here. Whoops. Sorry.
Just knock me over.
Sorry.
The ship is very rocky.
I am going to... I want to let my snake get in position, but Monkey's turn is sort of towards the end. Could I hold a bonus action spell to when Monkey gets in position?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll let you do it this time. We might revisit that in the future. But yeah.
Can
Okay.
you not just toss Monkey where you want him to be?
We did that last time, but Monkey has a turn now. Could we do the toss as like an object interaction?
Sure.
Alright. I will do the same thing. I will toss Monkey over to... wait, where the hell is... Brana's like way over there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know there was going to be a devil on the boat.
Okay, well then... I might save this for later because I can't view you right now. Unless they are higher up.
They're high enough up. I'm not going to mess with the difference for this battle because I don't have risers and it could get too confusing. So we're going to say they're high enough up.
Okay, so in that case, I actually will move up because this needs to be in touch range. I am going to... bonus action, I'm going to use the refracting focus to cast Magic Weapon as a 4th level spell, and I'm going to enchant Ronnie's bow, and then I'm also going to spend a sorcery point to cast the other part of Magic Weapon, targeting Brana's dagger with Distance Spell, because that increases a touch to 30 feet. Is that close enough? 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so both of you have +1 magical weapons now, +1 to attack and damage, and that was my bonus action spell. For my action spell, I'm just going to cantrip Mind Sliver this devil guy here.
What's that do?
He needs to make a Intelligence 16 saving throw, and if he does fail, he takes 2d6 psychic damage, and he subtracts 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before end of my next turn.
He does so make this spell with, or he makes this throw with advantage because it's a spell, and he still fails.
Yeah! Alright.
You got a 1 and a 6.
Wow.
I'm putting your dice away, man.
So that is 6 psychic damage, and its next saving throw before the end of my next turn, it takes a -1d4.
Yeah. Not that you need that, but sure. If he can't roll above a 1, he's not going to do that great.
I mean, if he's got advantage, he's not going to roll 1s forever.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Maybe.
Cool.
maybe.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that was bonus action, move. Yep, that's all the things.
Batty 4.
Batty 4.
Faceless.
I love that one with just the chunk missing
Yeah.
where his eyes should be.
Very creepy.
Yeah, thanks. I slipped my finger trying to make that.
That was the one that you did that on?
That's some Guillermo del Toro stuff right there.
Yeah.
Can you move him forward like 10 feet? Yeah, that's good. They're not smart enough to flank, at least not yet. He is going to hurl a flame at Octavia. Twice. What the fuck? Does a 14 hit?
No,
What about a 12?
it also does not.
And you're fine. You watch as these fireballs whoosh past you and just kind of to the ocean.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was good.
Yeah.
I could be much louder.
Yes.
I mean, we're happy
That was
that you
the
did.
arcing sound.
Yeah.
Like,
A whole Doppler effect of the fireball
Yeah.
just
The quality, not the volume, was impressive.
flaccidly going by.
The volume control was impressive.
Didn't love that word. Monkey.
Monkey is going to just try to discreetly slither sort of like in the corner behind Devil Boy.
Please
don't
tell
know,
me
fly
neither is
casual.
on the opposite side of me.
Yeah.
It can't give flanking.
No, I'm just saying.
Sure.
If he goes right by Octavia.
We'll make him a crybaby. So yeah, just slither sort of towards the back of the deck. Thank you.
That was good.
He sort of glances down at Monkey like,
Wow, there's a snake on board.
yeah, it's not even
That's so weird.
slithering through a skull or a live person or anything. Why would I care about that?
Yeah.
Is that Monkey's turn?
Yeah, monkey can't really attack, so that's all.
Yeah.
Really?
It's not
No,
my experience with snakes.
it's a familiar.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry.
Alabroth.
can I spell and channel divinity? It is.
If the spell's a bonus action.
like you could spiritual weapon and channel divinity.
Okay. Then I'm just going to spiritual weapon and break it out.
Okay.
Oh!
Did it go underneath the hold?
Into
It
the
went
ship.
in the ship, yeah.
Oh, cool.
There we go.
Okay.
I fell into the hatch.
Spiritual.
Did you want it right
Can
there?
these creatures? The hell?
Do you want to buy a bad guy or?
That was someone in the kitchen.
Yeah. Put it by the what's the big cloudy guy here? You're gonna get bashed. Okay.
Oh, that
With
one.
monkey.
Can these undead creatures see and hear me?
They're not undead.
They're not undead.
No devil.
Oh.
Azure
The
has a
things they're
communicator.
riding aren't undead. Are the
We
things
don't
they're
know.
riding undead?
We don't know.
That you don't know.
Okay, then I'm gonna do it anyway. I channel divinity and creatures flee and turn undead. They need to make saving. If they're undead, they need to make saving throws beating a DC of 17. Wisdom saving throws. Are
Fingers crossed.
Like, I did this-
Hippogriffs are.
because they're all drippy and ugly and shit. So I figured they were
no, I'm
undead.
trying to think. That makes sense.
I don't care about the people riding them, but the things they are riding,
Yeah, if it sends them away.
they have their turn for a minute or until they take damage. So they could easily just stab the creature in the neck and say, you better turn back around.
Yeah. It'll still waste
But
some
they're going to
time.
have to make a turn doing it.
Yeah.
It's a what saving throw? Of what?
Wisdom saving throw of 17.
Okay.
If they fail, they are turned for a minute.
I wouldn't call them undead. That makes sense.
Devils and undead can work together.
And the only action they can take is dodge or dash, and it has to be away from me.
Okay, so the first one makes their.
What's your CR on that up to?
Well, depending on
Probably
the CR,
two.
but they haven't taken any damage yet. If it is instantly destroyed if it is a CR half or lower. Wait, I'm
There's
8th
no
level.
way.
If it's a CR 1 or lower.
Still
That's
unlikely.
instantly destroyed, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, this is just going to turn them if they don't make their saving throw.
Okay, so
I would be very surprised if these were.
How many did I get? Or did I get any?
you did get one because they had advantage on theirs.
Oh, bloody hell.
Because magical effect, and it is this third one. This devil
This
guy. No, the in the middle.
I'll turn it.
He is
Oh,
I was
look.
gonna have him make a dexterity throw to try and
He's
jump
not
on
close
the
enough
other
for me to
one,
get an attack.
Oh, that's right.
but he's hot glued on, so he's just gonna. Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah. Not do anything right now except turn around because it's not his turn.
Well, I tried, guys.
But he is turned
Nice.
for now.
You did something.
Yeah,
I was
definitely.
hoping to get
he's-
more of them.
He's fleeing.
Well, it was either that or hit bless. And I really wanted to
Yeah.
get them all to go away.
Yeah.
It was a high. It was a high DC.
It was, yeah. It's just
Did
that damn
you
advantage.
roll to hit with your spiritual weapon?
No, I thought I could just break it out. I didn't thought I could.
You can hit with it. Or you can
Oh,
try
then,
to hit with
I
it.
think it says on summon, you can move it and attack.
Cloudy dude
You can
is
summon
gonna.
it where you want, and it can take a swing.
Gotcha.
Oh wait, that's
Not wherever you want, but within.
Yeah.
Within range.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you spend.
Okay, plus 10. Okay, here we go. That's going to be an 18 to hit.
Hit the big one.
Yep.
I think
Fingers crossed.
that just hits.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
8
yeah.
plus 5. 8 points of damage. And that's...
Force damage.
Yeah, force.
Okay. It seems to hurt himself.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely has an effect. Yeah, is that your turn?
That is all I can do.
Okay. Who is
Top of the round, Ronnie.
All right. Ronnie is gonna take a step back from the demon guy.
You're 10 feet away right now.
He's a ranged character. He wants to not be close to him.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Now you're facing him.
And
he is gonna take a swing at
Sure
you.
everybody's
I know
facing
it
the
was
right
10
way.
feet, but he has 10 feet.
Oh.
okay,
Uh,
he has disadvantage on attacking me.
Oh yeah.
Oh crap! I'm in range.
Good thing
He
you
only has
Channel divinity.
he only has one 10 feet reach. So.
And she's a bird. She could fly in right now.
Well, his first roll was a 2. At least my rolls suck as bad as yours today. He
Swing
does
and a
not
miss.
hit you.
He has-
This combat will
AoE.
last a full minute of in-game time.
He takes his
We all just whiff.
There's no way he has AoE spells,
he
right?
takes his sword and tries to take a swipe at you, and he just misses you with your windy self.
Alrighty. I have a 25 and a 27 to hit him.
They will
Uh,
both hit.
Oh,
That's so weird.
bonus action, planar warrior.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want the total damage?
It's all force.
It's all force.
Yes.
Okay, 22 points of force damage.
Ooh.
Not bad.
Nice.
Significantly better than I did.
That's
3 times better.
He doesn't look as
Plus
happy
1.
as he did.
Wait, did you add hit?
He didn't look
Or
happy.
plus 1?
Yes.
But yeah, you did some damage to him. Is that your turn?
Yeah, because of my bonus action and my action, I don't use a reaction on my own turn.
Yep. You can, but
I don't need to.
don't usually.
Guy next to Brana.
Guy next to Brana is going to. Is going to.
Ooh?
Yeah, the
Like in a
hippogriff
sexy way?
is gonna kind of turn and like swipe at you with his half tail.
Just poop on your head.
Yeah,
It's got like a little
Wait, where's
bone sticking out.
hippogriffs? Never mind.
that is.
As part bird, they might yarp it up like an owl.
It's 17?
Oh, so significant.
Yeah.
It's like
17 hits.
it's like a whole thing, right?
He is.
2 buttholes. Sorry. Sorry, butthole to Chloe.
That is 7 damage
Chloe
and
pipeline.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no! So total, that's gonna be a 3.
That does not succeed, but
Are you sure?
Do you guys remember when we fought the Obelix? We did relatively well. If we died to a bunch of random devils, because all of us are rolling like dog shit, it's gonna be a sad day.
You know what? I wouldn't be too upset. Like, if these were regular old bandits, that would be upsetting.
Yeah.
But 4 devils that attack us in the sky is still pretty scary. Just generally.
you are lucky. I was looking at the wrong stat block, so you will take. You do take 15 additional points of fire damage, but nothing else continues. So yeah,
How you
that's
looking?
his turn.
I'm so good.
And it is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna shake that off mentally.
Shake it off.
Rana hits the hippogriff with a steel chair.
Yeah.
No.
Good God Almighty!
Dear God,
19 and 10?
19 hits.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
What is he doing?
Stress me out.
Making
just
trouble.
investigate. He's exploring his environment.
Right.
He's checking things out,
You know what would be
surveying the land.
a spiritual weapon? It's not concentration, right?
Alright, so that's 5 points with my normal dagger because the fire missed. But what I am going to do...
Did you have the one from Christian?
Oh, well then,
To hit end to damage.
Yep.
that's right.
No.
That means 6 points of damage.
Bless us.
Hey.
Love a bless.
I am going
Yeah, she did
to
instead.
do one more thing. I have to just
Oh,
double
yeah,
check
what
one
do
thing.
you do? I think it was a good idea.
Yeah, that was a great idea.
If it had been more effective, it would have been a good idea.
Yeah, but
No,
you
it's
can't
a
control that.
good idea either way.
Against
Effectiveness is not
powerful
something we can
creatures, it was effective as fuck. Considering.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was checking something. Though I did learn, if I have a trinket, I have advantage on Constitution saves. I need to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I don't want to do
The
math.
soul of a dead guy.
Yeah, I have a soul of one of the
Soul of
dead
a
tentacle
guy.
things. Yeah, that's all I can really do.
Okay.
Everything else is
soul of a
dependent on
vampire.
doing sneak attack. But
Okay.
no one else is attacking it. So.
Cloud Devil Man.
Guiding bolt.
This guy. The
Big bad.
yeah.
The big bad
Should I
guy
give you my thing?
is going to.
It's going to keep coming up with new one until...
I mean,
it
I
is-
came up with Tempest, which I thought was cool.
Is going to try and slash against both Octavia and Nimbo. Neither of them hit. But he has one more.
Damn it.
You still rejoice at the 2 misses.
Yes, 2 misses.
I was rejoicing. Oh, thank goodness. It's a 27 hit.
So
Jesus.
Just
You.
barely.
Just almost.
you know what's so weird is it doesn't. Yeah, it hits.
Okay, so that's. I'm being very honorable in rolling those standard damage, even though the standard damage is higher than anything I've rolled. Because, like, I got a 3 instead of taking the 10. Although that is still 9. And make a constitution saving throw.
Oh, wait, I haven't seen... Never mind.
That's an 8. Alright, so you guys.
The crap was full.
Nothing happens yet.
Oh, God.
That's so much worse!
Yeah, I know.
That's
Yeah,
so much
you-
worse!
Now, you gotta remember my portents because I want to offer them for stuff like that.
I thought about switching it, like,
Yeah.
because it'd be easier for me
Okay.
to remember, but no.
It is my dude right here's turn.
That dude is going to try and hurl fires at the deck.
Do these count as missiles?
Do they count as spells?
Kind of.
Bless you.
Zoom type.
They do count as spells.
Is he doing multiple?
He,
I don't think I could
let
do
me
this.
double check this.
No. No, this
You
wouldn't
wanna
count.
catch the
Like,
fireball.
would a counterspell be able to counter the whole bunch, or just like one at a time?
It would be one at a time.
That's not worth it. I'll save it for a bigger thing.
It also didn't
if you ask
appear
around,
from what you saw to be any kind of like magical, like tricksy thing they're doing.
Yeah, so it's
They're
not magic.
hurling these little fireballs, but they don't react strangely or catch the deck on fire too fast or anything.
It doesn't
It's
seem
more-
like special kind of fire, like an enchanted fire.
No, yeah, it's more like
They're just throwing fire.
if there's
Stop
enough of it, eventually it could become
Can
a
you get
problem.
everybody?
Yeah.
Or somebody has to
Ain't gonna
put
let
it
us
out.
sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, but one of them hits and does another. It's a pretty good roll though. 13 points to the ship and sets. I'm just gonna say an area over there somewhere on fire. Can
Very
you
good.
move it back just so it's easier to see?
Move it like up here.
No, like.
Back. Toward
It's
the front
hard
of
for
the
me
ship.
to
Put it like
see
here.
all the cluster.
Oh,
Put
okay.
it, yeah, that's good. And that is its turn.
It is Nimbo's turn.
Nimbo is going to. What is Nimbo going to do?
Save us all.
I believe in you, Nimbo.
This is stupid. I'm gonna say. Oh, sure. Now I roll. Okay. Nimbo is
Faves on all
going
sides.
to move. He's going to cast a levitate-esque spell on himself. It's just levitate. You should have the room to
It's
do it.
weird that it's Grogu.
And he's going to come flank.
Hey!
Oh.
My boy!
Or at least distract. He glances at the turned one and he gets the idea that he probably shouldn't hit that one. Flanking, I know, isn't a thing per se, but with both of them in the air at odd angles, you feel like the thing gets distracted. Starts playing with its non-tail. And he's like, a captain stays up with his ship! And that's his turn.
After him is Octavia.
Oh, sorry. He takes an attack of opportunity. Sorry. But it will also use the reaction of that thing.
I
Right,
could have saved him from that.
What, the attack of opportunity?
Do you want to do that?
I would have had to do it. I was going to do it on my next turn.
Oh, okay.
He takes another, like, not insignificant hit. He doesn't look to be on death's door, or he could have just stayed there.
Yeah.
But it does, he does kind of, like, kick at the guy as he's going by. Yeah, that's his turn.
Yeah, it's me. You're going to move, right?
Oh yeah.
Punch, punch, punch.
And I'm gonna recommend backing away too, just in case my thing works.
Me?
Yeah.
21
Yeah.
To hit the
to hit
dude.
the guy.
Yep.
That is 10 points of damage. I'm so scared of everybody. That's a natural 20.
Hey!
So that's it's 2 ones.
Oh.
6 points of damage.
It's racking up. It's racking up.
Yeah.
Rolled another 20.
No, but that is a 17
That hits.
plus.
I mean,
8,
17 plus.
25,
stuff, right?
yeah.
Yeah, hits.
It's just 1, so that's another 9 points of damage, and I am going to do flurry of blows, so I get 1 more. And that is an 18 plus 8. Thank you. You got me. You got my back.
Okay, I'm so sorry. What was the damage on the one?
It was
Just the last one.
9.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was 10 plus 6 plus 9. So 25 so far. And then another 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Damn.
Just
All of that does definitely happen.
Yeah.
But at the top of your turn, you do
Mom, that's email.
take
4-piece with some fries.
you you take 9 points of damage.
okay.
No, I'm wrong about that. You lose 9 hit points off your total and
Okay.
take 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Like it reduces the max by 9? Okay.
Okay.
Due to your infernal wound. Yeah, I know. I thought
Gross.
you'd like that.
Gross. Yeah. Okay.
Uncool of him.
Yeah, but all your stuff went through.
Yeah. And what? Infernal. Okay.
Doesn't say.
I'm trying to think of like how that would be. What does that look like?
It looks like not unlike the
Glue.
rottiness of the
So-
things that are happening
So he
to them.
slashed me like across. So this it starts to like gangrene almost a little bit.
No, it looks
Or-
burned around the edges.
Burned.
But it's burned like when plants are burnt and they're blackened,
Yeah.
and then there's burnt. It looks like that.
So I think definitely Azra and Alabra see her kind of almost a delayed reaction of her kind of looking at her shoulder and then kind of looking alarmed.
Yeah.
And that's my turn. And
Towards the end of your turn. Oh, sorry. You go first.
I was like, did you want to back away?
you did say that you wanted me to, didn't you?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she is gonna.
It has already used its reaction.
Yeah, so I'm just
so-
gonna back away right there because I'm gonna come up on the next one anyway. It's just kind of.
This shit might appear again later, in which case there will be stairs. There's supposed to be stairs.
I mean, Octavia doesn't need them though. She just backflips off.
I mean, so cool though.
Oh.
Like legit cool. I'm just mad that my stairs were apparently not even worth it if I had made them. Sorry. Who's next?
That is me. Yeah, so I'm going to start by once a. Oh wait, that's just gonna negate.
Oh, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, never mind. I'm going to start by using a bonus action, and I don't even have to use the refracting thing. I'm going to upcast Mind Sliver to 4th level. Mind Sliver, when you cast it, you get to hit extra targets for each level that you cast it extra. So I'm going to target main baddie and the 2 that have not turned away.
That's not concentration, right?
Concentration?
I
No.
don't know. Don't
think
you
it's
have something
instantaneous.
else? Concentration going on? I don't know.
Magic weapon might be concentration, but this is not.
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah. So they need to make intelligence saving throws. This guy has the -1d4. Do you want me to roll that?
Yeah, I'll have to roll that.
All right. That's just a -1.
He had.
Better than minus none.
Yeah, yeah. And I believe it's going to be a 17 DC again.
What? So 5's not gonna make it.
Unlikely. Yeah.
Okay. So the next
-1.
Oh no! Wait.
He has advantage because it's a spell.
That was advantage, not disadvantage. He's still like, thanks to the -1 is exactly. It was 16, which would have been 17, which is 16.
Oh, -1 clutch!
Yeah.
Yes!
That was dope.
Love that for eyes.
Batty over here makes it.
Okay.
Of course he does.
And
The one next to Brana.
yeah, and the other one also doesn't make it. So what happens to them?
So the ones that don't make it take 3d6 psychic damage, and next turn they only get to move, action, or bonus action. They have to choose
Slow,
one.
kind of.
Yeah. So, yeah, Treaty 6. Grazie. So that is 9 plus 6. That's 15 psychic damage to the 2 that failed, and it's half damage and no other effects to the one that passed. So 8 to the one that passed.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
19.
And
Hang on.
Sure,
One
sure.
sec. Said it was 16?
15.
15?
What?
It's 15 points difference, right?
I thought it was 16, but yeah, sure. Close enough.
Oh.
It was not. Oh, no, it was 15 because it was 9 and 6. Yeah, yeah.
And. Okay. Okay.
And then Azra is going to back up from the devil while casting cantrip Mind Sliver again. So, another...
Wait, was it a bonus action the first one?
Yeah, first one's a bonus... Mind Thrust is a bonus action.
Oh, it was Mind Thrust.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard what you did. I thought
Thrust.
she was casting the same spell
I
twice.
think
Maybe.
technically that's what was said, but it doesn't matter. Go ahead and do your...
Oh, just a second. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
I take it Brana and Nimbus are over 30 feet away.
I think so.
Yeah.
God damn it. I just realized it wasn't 17, it was a 16 saving throw. So, Devilman passed.
I'm not
I won.
doing that.
Oh.
Like,
You sure?
I'm keeping up with a lot.
Huh?
If you start doing that on purpose, I'll be watching. No, it's
Okay.
fine.
All right.
It was so clutch. I don't want to go back on that moment.
Fair enough.
Yay.
I love that for me. And us.
Yeah.
So yeah, Azra's going to back up, casting another Mind Sliver cantrip as her action, so DC 16 intelligence saving throw on that guy.
Okay. But minus a D4, right?
I think that was just once.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that was used on the last saving throw, so it doesn't
He
happen again.
passes.
Okay, so I believe on a pass, nothing happens. So,
Love that for me. Okay.
After
end of my
excuse
turn.
me. After
Sexy.
Azra,
Do
thank
it
you.
closer to the mic next time.
Yeah, is the one that got turned.
He can use...
He could stab the thing in its neck and that would take damage.
if it knows that's what it needs to do.
But otherwise, that thing's
He
still
doesn't
moving
know.
away. Yeah.
Yeah, what are the specifics? He can...
It's for a full minute. They have to. They can only use dash or dodge and need to keep moving away from you.
Okay, so you can go ahead and just vamp him off screen. Like, if we go longer than a minute, we'll come back to that. But
Okay.
that's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
That's one that we can. I got some. Oh shit! Everybody's dead. Hopefully that's what he
So
comes
he's
back to.
bouncing monkey.
Monkey stays there.
Alroth.
He hisses.
There's 3. Okay, bless at first level on Azra, Octavia, and Ronnie.
Ooh.
What's that do again?
Get an extra D4 to any saving throws or attack rolls.
Nice.
So you gotta add it.
Let me
to
burn
everything
that slot.
For both of us to use.
Oh, yes.
Let's see.
Communal
With her
D4.
dice.
Yeah.
I can't
Spiritual
use
weapon gets its own turn, right? Or is
It-
attacking
I'm
with
really
the
close
bonus
enough.
action?
Oh, you
With
didn't get
your
blessed?
bonus action, you
Oh,
can
damn.
attack.
So
With
sorry.
it.
Okay, so I
thought
couldn't
you
like
just meant
healing
for
word and then
general
have
communal
Yeah,
D4.
you-
that. No, I can't. It says.
No,
I
you-
have.
Okay, well then I'm gonna roll
Three.
for a spiritual weapon now.
You couldn't healing word anyway.
I have nothing. Never mind.
Spiritual weapon misses because that's a natural 1.
Wow. Hey, guys, let's get together.
Was I included in that?
You no.
That's twice
Don't
now.
get it together. No.
Yes, when you play Nimbo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ronnie's up next.
I'll take it.
And don't forget the +4.
Okay. Planar warrior.
Yep.
And then first attack is 13, so I'm assuming that misses.
Yep.
Even
And
with the +4 on that? Damn.
yeah, rolled real bad. And second one is 22 to hit.
It hits, but who are you hitting?
The demon guy.
Okay.
And then that actually comes out to 20 damage. Force damage.
20 force damage. He's looking like he's not on death's door, but he's starting to look rough.
Can you
A little rough.
move me back, like, a little bit?
Hold me back.
Here.
A little further.
Here.
Yeah.
And that's your turn. Right?
That's my turn. Actually, can you move me one more square? I'm only moving 15 feet. That should be fine. Okay.
Cool.
After
Back
that
and
is the guy with Brana and Nimbo.
Okay.
He doesn't need to
Why is your enemy still alive? What the fuck, man?
Oh, I should
Kill that thing. Come on.
That would be nice.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
And what is
cool
his,
base.
what is
Expected
his
to be
thing
dead already.
from mind or whatever?
What is his
Didn't
what?
he have a
Minus
going forward
minus
disadvantage of some sort?
No, he had the -1d4 that one time, and that's it.
Okay.
And it expired at the end of my turn.
So nothing's ongoing with them.
I thought this was the bonus action, and action he can only do one thing.
Well, I cast Mind Sliver and Mind Thrust, so that's confusing. Mind Thrust is the one where you're limited to either move, action, or bonus. Only
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Mind Sliver is the one that gives the -1d4 to the next saving throw, but
Okay.
that's gone.
So this is a little like nitpicky. Like if they make multiple with its attack action, how does that handle?
The attack action just bundles a bunch of attacks together. It's
Right.
one action, so if he's gonna do any of his attacks, it's all just taking that one action, and he can't move or bonus.
Okay. He is going to. Gotta switch which guy. Is going to swipe at Brana with a claw. That hits with a natural 19. You take 6 piercing damage. And then try and swipe
Scary
at
six.
Nimbo with his tail. And just flat misses Nimbo.
I should have cast a spiritual weapon at a
That's
higher level.
its turn.
Quick notes, the ship is moving, which means people who are not on the ship need to be using their moves to keep up with the ship's speed, right?
That sounds like something I should definitely track in a later battle.
Hmm.
You are technically right. I'm going to say Nimbo set the brake before he jumped off.
Okay, so we're just parked in the air
Just
while
because
this happens.
it's too much for me to think about right now.
Alright.
But I like that for future battles to like make it a thing that's happening.
No, I'm
It would
thinking
have
that,
actually helped you in this one moment, but yeah, it might have.
yeah, I'm thinking because if that one had to choose to attack, it can't move, which means it would start falling behind. And you could still use your moves to keep up.
I don't necessarily think it's good guy or bad guy advantage for that in the future, but it does change things.
It is Brana's turn.
Brana!
Please.
You have
Let's go.
advantage from the like craziness of Nimbo.
On both attacks or just one?
On both.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll one at a time then. Alright, so 23 on one.
Definitely hits.
Good dodge.
Good dodge, but also not good. 17 on the other.
They both hit, and you get sneak attack because you had advantage.
I'm gonna do some math. You said the fire doesn't do anything, right?
The fire doesn't do anything. What it does do is ensure that it's a magical attack. So even
Okay,
though
so
the fire damage doesn't go through, you can attack with either dagger and it'd be magical.
Okay. Well, that sucks. Alright, so. Alright, and sneak attack. How many dice do I get for sneak attack right now?
Probably starting to get up
I
there.
think it's half your level in D6s, right?
Yep, 5.
It's more than half. It's 1 at the first level and then like half your level.
Like 1 plus half level, maybe?
I think so. Ooh, I saw some good
Little
numbers
bitty
on there.
boys.
Mm-hmm. Bunch of little boys together make one big boy.
And I'm also going to do a Whales from the Grave.
Yeah.
Going on a date. Did you watch?
Two children in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going on a date.
I made her watch that.
Oh, good.
And also the radiant damage. I'll do the radiant separate.
You know, it doesn't have to be separate.
Oh, okay. Alright, so that's...
You would think it would need to. You would think it would mess them up.
That's my thing.
It doesn't.
Isn't it like the opposite?
This is vanilla. Like
Because they're.
I wonder if they're like, because they've been like hit with radiant for their probably entire race's existence, maybe they've got some built up resistance to it now.
I guess.
That is 42 points of damage.
Holy shit!
There's not even a spreader bar in our D&D.
I thought you had a nat 20 for numbers like that.
No, it would have been better if I'd had a nat 20.
Vanilla is a known gamer term.
You would not believe how many times I have to explain what vanilla means, though.
It is starting. It looks hurt.
You're making it sound like vanilla is exclusive to that community. Vanilla is sort of general use.
Yeah, cars.
But vanilla meaning rules as written kind, or like original intent of the rules is
Sure,
a
that's
little
one.
bit weird. I think.
I hear a raw rules as written.
Stand by my joke.
Yeah.
Alright.
So yes, hurty hurts.
Although raw also kind of plays in too.
Ron is gonna take a moment to just take that, you cunt, and spit on him.
Oh.
Is that an extra 1d4
That's
psychic?
Just the audacity deserves 1 point of damage at
Yes.
least.
The
Cutting words.
One temporary side effect.
it doesn't react because it can't even open its non-existent beak because gross. But the guy on top of him kind of at this thing who hit him with necrotic and radiant.
Wow.
I was like, I'm just minding my own business, hurling fireballs at your airship.
Did not even think about the fact.
The sky bad guy on the ship.
Are y'all doing something that y'all need people away from that creature?
I wanted people to back away so that he couldn't attack us if he got locked down in his actions. He has to choose to move towards us because he can't do anything else.
Damn. Okay.
That's what I wanted.
So don't move up on him. Got
Oh,
it.
so this is on
Well,
him. This turn?
once his turn passes, move up on him because that effect's going to end.
Because his turn's
Wrong.
coming.
Does it end after
His turn
one
is right
turn?
now.
Yeah, it's just one round. The
Ronnie's moving away from him because Ronnie's ranged.
yeah. You need no excuse.
Yeah.
Ronnie
That
did not like the
actually,
vibe.
Like, it may not come up, but that is actually going to make a big difference to Octavia, who might have had to deal with a stacking effect if you had not done that.
Yeah, I figured.
So it is going to. How far are you, Azra?
I move some distance back. That's like
30.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah.
Okay.
Which means I am just in range of 30 feet effects.
Actually doesn't matter at all, but it is going to hurl fires at you.
Very rude.
The first one is a dirty.
Are these attack rolls?
Yes.
Can I shield spell? I can wait until
Yeah.
actually after the...
No, you can't wait until
No?
after the number is called, but you can shield spell.
Okay, yeah. Then...
Do you want to?
No, at reaction, which you take when you are hit by an attack. So, you tell me if I get hit, then I get to choose if I shield spell, and it retroactively changes the hit.
You would be hit.
Then I shield spell. So it's plus 5, my AC is now 19.
It still hits, but it
Fair
stays
enough.
active for the rest of the round, so...
Yeah.
Second one is a nat 20. You know what? Nimbo is going to silvery barbs that.
Hey!
Hey!
Is he in range? Yeah, he's in range. Silvery barbs that, and as a scared captain, give the advantage to himself. But the other one is a 19, which does just hit.
Damn.
Oh no, he has to roll again anyway, because he's silvery. I'm gonna have him roll again. Still a natural. Still hits.
Okay.
So you take.
But I'm nat 20, so
Yeah.
that's helpful.
So the first hit was
Not double damage.
15 fire damage, and the second is 5 fire damage.
Total again? It was
20.
5 and 20 total?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
How you looking?
Oh, I'm great.
Okay.
And that is his turn. He goes to step forward after he does the action, and then like kind of gets stuck in himself and just looks at you and
Yeah, Azra's probably going to give him like a look like fucking gotcha, and that like taunts him a little bit.
yeah, he doesn't like that from this weirdo little blonde lioness March thing.
Yeah.
We've got some audacity in this
You
party.
hear in your mind, I know who you are, I know what you've done, and that's it.
Cool! It's this guy's turn.
That guy
You didn't let me call Legolas.
is also under the effect of the one round thing, right?
I think only 2 of them were.
Yeah,
and
2
that
of them.
was Dirty. That was the one that's next to Brana, and then this guy.
Okay, so he is going to just hurl fireballs at the deck.
Respectful.
To the
Troublemaker.
Or to the devils?
There are 2 more little fires hit up on deck, and they do. That was a good roll. 15.
I don't know.
We know that was good. It was the uncertainty of dropping it on the deck.
Or no, because he's too far away, probably, right? So probably should be.
Okay, the ship, like, since nobody put out the fires, they're not spreading, but they are burrowing. That you can tell they're doing increased damage to the ship. Not exponentially, but it's happening.
I don't have anything.
Could spit poison on it, but that probably wouldn't help.
It's an action. Nimbo took an action to do that before. So yeah, that's that guy's turn.
Nimbo's next.
Okay.
Captain, we need help.
He
Do
is.
any other sailors?
Yeah, I don't see why we're not ordering any of the crew to start putting out the fires.
My guess is that they are very scared and downstairs.
They've realized it is a devil and they have nothing to contribute, so instead of being a body
but
count.
on board ship, everybody's a firefighter. Because that's where we happen to be
No,
living at the moment.
I'm not defending
I
them.
did send out the
General quarters.
Yeah,
the
keep
big
in mind
bell.
it's been less than 12 seconds.
Oh, well. They need to be remembered now. Fire watch. Let's go.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Where's Gallo? Where'd you need him?
Almost.
I gotta ask the DM, gotta do something.
Whose turn is it?
It's Nimbo's, so.
Okay. I went and rolled my stuff. So yeah.
This is my favorite one.
Really? I think it's the opening one.
This reminds me of a movie and a TV show called Alien Nation back in the day.
Never heard
Alien Nation was a movie. It was about a race of aliens that came to Earth and basically like immigrated.
Yeah.
And then they had a more successful television show, which was really good.
Okay. He is going to. With advantage from where he is going to cast that one spell, the cold one. It's right here. It was right here. Where'd it go?
Is the big bad within like 15 feet of us? Is it 15 feet?
It's like 20 from you.
Okay, so I gotta walk up to him.
Yeah.
At the very least, get a little closer.
Yeah.
And I am.
But keep in mind he has a 10-foot reach. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you go and then back up, you might get attacked.
Sorry,
Just not like the worst thing in
stat
the world.
block's all weird.
I need to get with it. I need to get him.
Physically? Why?
Alabroth has a new trick up his sleeve.
Okay.
Can't wait.
I do too, but it's running up things.
And it plays
not helpful
right
in this
into,
situation.
kind of plays into what's damaging them. So,
Mm-hmm. I mean, hopefully Cleric has radiant damage.
Radiant damage is not doing extra damage.
Oh, was it? It was necrotic?
No, neither did extra damage,
Oh,
but they
it's
did
just
damage.
damage.
yeah.
Okay, whatever. He's
hoping that
going to
radiant
ray
did
of
more.
frost this guy. Yep. I heard it.
How dare.
It is. Hey, that's a natural 20.
Nice.
Yay! So that's 2d8 cold damage. It reduces its speed. They were both 7, so it does seem to not take as much damage as you would think from that, but
Yeah,
nobody
makes
had done
sense.
cold at it yet, and he didn't know. So that is his turn. Something hit 69. Anyway,
Nice.
go. Who's next?
It's me. Octavia's gonna put her hands on the edge and launch herself up, and then I'm gonna run across the railing and do that thing that Black Widow used to do, where she puts her legs on either side of their head and
Hurricane
just
Rana.
starts hitting him with my elbows.
Go for it.
And I'm hoping that would give me advantage.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's cool. It was cool when she did it. So.
And then are you going to continue the scissor and then swing backwards, Hurricane Ranaing him to the ground?
15 plus 8.
He can
I'm
fly.
gonna. I don't think that would work. I just liked the
He
first part.
flew onto the ship.
15 plus 8, 23 to
Yeah,
hit.
his
10 points of damage.
Do your thighs also count as magical?
Just
Make sure you're adding that D4 in.
I absolutely
Okay.
am. 17 plus 1 is 18 plus 8 is 26 to hit.
Yeah, that also hit. What was the first damage? I'm sorry.
10. And this one is 6, so 16 so far.
Okay.
That's another 18 plus 4 is 22 plus 8 is 30 to hit.
30 hits.
It's another 9 points of damage, putting us at 25, I think. Is that right? 10 plus, 16, so 25 points of damage so far. And I'll do Flurry Blows again, and that
Hang
is
on, hang on. No, like,
it's
I
just
appreciate
not
you adding it all, but I'm doing it individually, so
okay.
thank you. But go on. Caught up.
16 plus 2 plus 8 is 26 to hit. And finally, that's only 1, so that is 5 points of damage.
Okay, he's looking pretty hurt.
And then she is not going to try and flip him over, but she is going to put her hands on his head and push down and do a back flip off, 3-point landing, and
Poser.
stand there in front of him.
Poser.
And
Yeah, with the what is it? The flip the hair up.
He's such a
Yes.
poser.
Oh yeah.
you
So you're, like,
look
right in front of
dope
him?
as fuck. Your hit point maximum is reduced by another 14 points.
14. Okay.
Yeah, you rolled real good.
I'm not even doing that. Oh wait, no, I am. 14.
Mm-hmm.
Do I also take 14 points of damage? Okay. What did I just do?
What's your hit points at right now? How you looking?
Not awful.
Okay.
It's more than maximum that gets you.
48.
We determined that they seem to have resistance to fire, right?
We determined that fire seems to
Straight
not
up
affect
immunity.
them.
Completely. Okay.
Whereas it seemed to resist cold.
Okay, so yeah, you see that kind of fire just start to kind of spread up her neck and down her arm a little bit, and she looks at it again and then looks back up at him, and it's
His
just
mouth is kind of bleeding because you kind of walloped the fuck out of him,
Yeah.
but it just goes blood dripping down as he sees your wound grow. And you feel like you've met something that also likes to fight.
yeah. Do I want to? No, I'm not gonna make the sacrificial thing. Yeah, that's my turn.
Who's next?
Azra is next.
Azra is going to... obviously, even though we're taking turns, barely any time has elapsed between when it spoke in my head and now, right?
Yeah.
Azra is...
Mere seconds.
Mere seconds, yes. Azra is going to... her face changes to one of anger, and she's going to take a vial out of a pouch, and she says out loud across the deck, "You don't know anything about me." And she pops the top of the vial, drinks it, and almost immediately begins to, retch, and then she collapses on her hands and pukes down into the deck. And she looks up, wiping away and grinning at him, and out from the bottom of here, a floating eyeball with tentacles begins to rise
What the fuck?
from the deck. She is casting Summon Aberration, and she's choosing to summon a Beholderkin.
Okay, but why did she do it like that though?
It's the way...
Why was it like
Badass.
How do you
this,
summon a
though?
Beholderkin? And Beholderkin is going to immediately start blasting a couple rays of beams at Deuteruni.
I'll hold your kid.
Okay.
It's very kawaii.
Beholder-chan.
Yeah, go for it.
Kun is better. Yeah. Okay, so it makes 2 attacks.
Is it right next to him?
No, it stays there. It's making range attacks.
It's in the
Um,
fridge. I'm gonna tell him.
Okay.
so it's my spell attack modifier to hit, which is +8. So 2 attacks. First is a 14. Second is... Ooh, that's a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
And that is, I believe, D8 plus 3 plus the spell's level. So D8 plus 7. 6 plus 7, 13 psychic damage. Oh, that's good. I just saw what you picked.
You said 13?
Yes.
Starting to look real hurt. When you said you don't know anything about me, he went, and then he saw the thing. He's like, "What the fuck?" And from kind of below and down, you hear Nimbo say, "That's right. You're looking at my Arcana engineer."
Love that.
I love the
I
fact that this demon or devil from the 9 hells. What the fuck? What you did?
I don't know if he would have done that if just the head in the jar hadn't been the avatar. I don't know what that is.
Like when fucking Asmodeus is like, bro,
calm down,
that's
Jesus.
weird.
I was a little more like, what the fuck, like these people are usually on our side.
Oh yeah.
And Azra can't do any bonus action spells because that was a big spell. So I think she just moves back more.
Okay.
And end of her turn.
tries to look tough while she's walking the other way.
Yeah.
Is it gonna damage Alex?
Huh?
Is it gonna damage Albro?
No, this is not the one that
This
does
is
the
a
radiating
different one.
damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is the turned one's turn.
And he just keeps noping out of there.
Probably smart at this point.
After him is Monkey.
Monkey stays.
Albroth.
I will say, summon aberration is concentration, so magic weapon is lost on y'all. Damn. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Step up to where Octavia is. Gonna spell and channel divinity. Gonna cast guiding bolt at 4th level. Also, you get
Guiding
40.
bolt is an action.
Guiding bolt's an action. Okay.
So it's channel divinity.
So you
It's
can
a bolt.
channel divinity and bonus weapon.
You can hit with spiritual weapon and channel divinity.
I gotta heal you. Wait, huh?
You can attack with spiritual weapon and channel divinity.
It's either or. No one has tried anything that might address Octavia's wound yet.
Yeah, that's kind of why.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, I'll step up and channel divinity.
My leg's not touching things.
Octavia.
What's the range on it? I
30
know
feet.
she's right next to.
I have been doing that.
If
It makes sense. but I
you
haven't
kind
touched
of moved into share space with your spiritual weapon,
heal
you
right now.
could get Nimbo too.
The Nimbo is
I just saw
pretty
the
hard.
ship like
Oh.
almost top.
It's
Okay,
up to
then,
you,
Yeah,
but
then I
it is
want. Then
possible.
okay, yeah. If he's that close, I thought they were further off the boat. So yeah, I'll move up to where my spiritual weapon is. Hit channel divinity. Nimbo's getting 20. She's getting 25.
Dope. Nimbo looks better.
I will heal 9 points.
You will.
What?
My hit point max right now is 43.
You don't know that meta. Your hit
okay.
point max resets
Okay.
with the magical healing.
Nice.
So channel
So you said
divinity was a
20?
good call.
You said-
Infernal wound.
You get 25.
25.
Nimbo's getting the 20.
Okay.
So that's a burn channel divinity, and that's all.
But it's really good because I was just gonna keep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the infernal wound is gone.
Yep. It's still like woundy,
Yeah.
kind of, but yeah, like the black kind of closes.
Okay. So all I can do is channel
And
divinity and attack.
Demon dude just goes.
Spiritual weapon again.
Yeah.
That's
That's
not even a
super
roll.
cut.
Yeah.
That's going to be. Oh, that's a dirty 20.
It hits.
1d8 plus 5. 11 points of force damage.
He looks.
Next time you have
Yes.
to make Constitution check against his health stuff, let me know, and I'll give you my good portent.
Yeah. He looks man. He's man.
Top of the round is Ronnie.
All right. Ronnie is going to move back and over a little bit to where he's standing in front of Azra.
Okay.
And
Should still have less.
yes.
Ooh, nice.
And he's got a 25 and a 29 to hit each.
Both of those hit.
Okay. Damage is a total, or do you want me to break it up?
It's all force, so
It's
you
all
can-
force. Okay, 23 points of damage.
Describe to me how you exactly to the hit point
Yeah!
get rid of this guy who was going to leave when he disengaged on his next round.
Okay.
I mean, yay.
The first one, it hits him and he goes,
He goes, "You can't defeat me. I will take everything. The sky, the clouds, these are all mine."
But you two feel it hit him like when you're standing in front of a bass drum as it gets hit.
Ooh.
And then the next one punches through.
He looks down and an infernal wound as if it had transferred.
It's very anime.
It's on his chest.
Yeah.
And like spreads out black with burning edges to the side. And he looks up and he's like, "Maybe I underestimated you." He tumbles over the back. He grabs this guy and makes him fully spin out as they both plummet to the ocean together.
Ooh.
Somebody roll me a luck check.
Oh.
Can I use portent?
Yes.
Never mind. Go ahead.
I'll give you a 14.
This third guy over here,
Uh-huh.
for the first time, has said nothing, goes, "Fuck this," and turns and follows his turned guy, and the battle is over, and you survive.
Ronnie's gonna
Yay.
run over to the fire and start stamping it out.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Brana's gonna fly back over and take out
Don't
the
you
last
have that
one.
weird damage too?
What weird damage?
No.
Okay, you don't
No.
have that. Okay.
Nimbo kind of hovers higher, and he looks over and he just grabs Brana's hand. Hovers higher, hits Ray of Frost on one and dissipates it, and lands on the quarterdeck where all you guys are standing. We are out of combat. We'll probably just stay on the screen because it's not going to be much more. But he looks at each of you guys, and you don't even need an insight check. He's tearing up. And he goes, "I think maybe my mom was right. Maybe my mom... What the fuck is that?" To the beholder thing.
The beholder kid is tearing up too, like, oh.
No, I don't like
No,
that.
that's a hard pass. That's a hard pass.
Azra just dismisses it.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I think
Oh, go ahead.
I think we're gonna maybe be okay.
It'll be fine.
I kind of turn Octavia and take a closer look at that wound. Like that was previously there. Like,
Roll a medicine check.
Nimbo, we just fought off 4 hell
check?
devils. We got it, man.
Medicine-
Oh, okay.
Medicine or
Oh, medicine's
religion.
good. No, medicine's good for me. Wow. 28.
Holy shit. With that kind of check, you can see that whatever these things are, that's not how this world works. And for the second battle in a row, there are things just appearing that aren't from here, that don't belong here, that seem to have gotten here all of a sudden without any kind of warning or anything, that these are the types of things that might hang out. And in all of your very great triumph of this early afternoon, beautiful clearing up day, you feel like some trepidation at what if this magic is getting weirder and where it all comes from.
Yeah, I probably frantically kind of checked the wound. Like, hold still. Just, are you okay? Do you feel like yourself?
Yep.
Are you still down hit points?
Couple.
Just as a precaution, because I'm like now worried.
Why don't you save your healing spells?
Never mind.
Azra cast her last second level spell slot to detect thoughts and see if she actually feels like herself.
Surface level.
But-
Surface level, you don't hear anything about herself. It's
But there
all
are
about
no
you.
there are no remnants of that wound left, right?
With that check.
Ronnie, however, will
Not like that. I'll give you
making him save his healing spells because he's better at it. Go cure wounds.
Oh.
He'll just feel better, and it's gonna heal you for full.
Your trepidation is lingering, but
His
you feel
minimum is more than
certain,
your
as a
down
cleric of Bahamut, that nothing about
Wait, no, he's not.
these events have carried
Because
through.
I was close enough to see that dude's reaction to that type of damage on her. So
He loved to hurt.
Okay.
And that's very obvious to you. You feel concerned about what the future holds, but not for her.
Cool. Gonna go check on Brana next then.
And we're going to go ahead and close out with that.
Yay.
You guys all gather
That's
and have some thoughts. I'm going to say one last thing before we close. Brana. You don't know how you knew that, but when those guys popped up, in spite of everything telling you that they should be undead, you were certain that they weren't. Something in you told you if these were undead, you would have known it deep in your soul, or something would have told you. And that's it. Thank you everybody for joining us for our very cool map and battle and stuff. Join us again in a couple of weeks where they're going to fight even cooler stuff with even better airships or something. Who knows? Maybe Nimbo will go crazy. And as we all like to say around here,
Keep
on
on
learning.
Nerding.
I'm just saying words.
I know.